pop up on stream because you just have this spiraling teeth.
Yeah.
You say, "Hi, Tree. How are you?"
I'm good, demon. I love you.
Hi. I'm the frog demon that possesses you. I'm on your shoulder. Eat the mushroom.
Alright, we should be live.
Alright, sweet.
Gotta be semi-serious now.
Oh, I can't say the N-word, Orca.
What?
You make it sound like she said the N-word before.
Oh, yeah, she was just screaming it.
Yeah.
I'm trash. I'm the filth of
It's
it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Critical
yeah.
Role when they before they go live, they just scream abuse at Matt. And every once in a while, Matt's gone live they've gone live a little early, and they think we catch the tail end of like the names.
Yeah.
They don't like scream abusing, they're just friends rubbing it in because they know he's about to be live in front of everyone.
Letting it out.
Not letting it out, just making it hard for him.
Yeah.
Listen, what are good of friends if they don't scream abuse at you?
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, we bully Sean in D&D, and he bullies us in return.
I think he bullies
us
us by
the
nearly
best
killing us.
Yeah, but I would never kill you for you guys bullying me. Like you remember last week, I was like, "You sure? You sure? You sure?" So many warnings. Fine then, I give up. No more warnings.
And he still won.
And he still survived. Oh, well, so much luck. All right, well, let's begin. I guess I'll do the first thing, as I said I'd do narrators. They
Yeah,
thought
really.
of a. Sorry.
Should write down who's who, because otherwise I'm gonna get confused.
That's a good idea. Let's write that down.
I am confusion. America explained.
Oh, amazing.
Maybe we could put character descriptions because so it doesn't say who's talking.
It
right?
doesn't say who's talking. Oh, actually, I better double check settings. There might be an option in configs for that.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Speed, outline, text shadow. Nope.
But
Display. Nope.
Ah.
Controls is not going to be here. Sound. Oh.
Alright, we're just gonna have to be a bit confused at the beginning.
Yeah. So I think it's all that. It shows the sort of like outline. So it seems to be all that old man and I think this character.
Yeah, the main kid.
Yeah, the barista, I believe.
Oh.
The necromancy barista. All right, so we got.
Cool.
I am
Hey,
the
tree,
red
hey,
line.
tree, hey, tree, hey, tree. Guess
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
These people are crazy, Sean.
They are strange
That's
beings.
why we're
That's why we're-
segregated from
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we're,
This-
no, we're sitting away from you. Okay, you're not sitting away from us. We're sitting away from you.
I love how when I don't speak, all you can see is the mushroom and the spiral of teeth.
Yeah, it's really cute.
You can vaguely see there's something there in the darkness. It's watching us. It's not friendly.
I see you.
Oh, you know how like you want to see like snake people. Tree's like a frog person, and she wants to ascend to what Orca is.
Yes.
I am the higher existence of frog.
Higher existence.
Tree's like transforming. Those aren't detachable. Those are like a part of her.
Slowly, you are absorbing the frog essence. All right. Well, I'll start with the narrator then. They thought of a faraway grave on the plain. They thought of the faraway grave on the plain. Let's try to do that properly. They
No.
thought of the comrade who came not again. They lifted their glasses and sadly they said, "We drink to the name of the mate who is dead." Henry Lawson. Who wants to be the old man?
Cough. It's still bloody damp down here. I know we're underground, but I don't suppose there are any windows we could open.
I don't think that's the old man. I don't know who that is.
Oh,
Because
shit.
the shape has changed. The shape has
Oh,
changed on the side. You see.
Oh.
All right, Tree. You go.
Me?
Yep. God, we have to pay attention to shadows. Ah.
No, it'll get easier as we go on, I think. Right, Sean?
Yeah, I believe it's only a couple of lines of this, and then then everything should be lit, and we'll have names. We won't have names, but we'll know.
We'll be able to visually recognize.
Yeah.
I know we were underground, but I don't suppose there are any windows we could open.
There's a ventilation duct in here somewhere. Maddie, mind opening it up, getting some fresh air circulating.
Think this is you, Orca?
Other end's blocked right now. There's a dumpster sitting on top of it. You'll have to grin and bear it.
Hmm.
It glows.
Sean, is that sound?
Can you guys not hear any sound?
No.
None at all.
Maybe it's because you're streaming FPS and not the game.
Ah,
Oh,
I can
that's
fix that.
probably
Yeah.
it.
So, I'm just trying to help.
No, thank you, Tree.
Apparently my name has been changed to Maddie.
Because I was just thinking that I couldn't hear that clock ticking. I was like, that's so.
It was
Yeah.
the clock?
I thought that was a clock.
Yeah, it was a glow in the dark clock slowly ticking away.
I thought it was just a shiny thing.
What on earth? It's not coming up. Is Necrobarista doesn't come up on. What?
I think it shouldn't. I think it's.
Bottom that says you're playing it, and then you can stream it from there.
I don't think you have to click.
All right, if I end the stream and start the screen, it's an option, but it wasn't an option for me to just swap it to it for some reason. Like I could see all the other things I had open, but this one didn't exist apparently.
Yeah, okay. So it seems like when you do this, we can't see our indicators.
Yeah, because I do think
That's
the
fine.
other option would be, of course, you guys could just boot up Twitch, because it is on Twitch now.
Yeah, no, because that would give a double echo.
I think it's fine. If
Yeah,
we don't see
you're-
our,
Yeah.
Let's go now. We don't need to see ourselves when we speak.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, if you guys boot up Twitch, oh no, you're not wearing your headphones, are you? So that would give it double echo, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Can we hurry this up?
The Orca.
Calm your farm, old man. You're well aware it takes a while to set up.
I don't appreciate your tone.
Sorry.
Better be, but at the very least, can we turn some lights on? With all the rubbish you've got scattered around the place, I'd like to at least know where I'm putting my feet.
Ashley, would you mind? Thanks.
Who's this?
I think that might be you, Sam.
Is this a different character? Or
I'm
there
not
other-
sure.
Because when it did the overshot, there were only 3 people.
There were 5 people. There are 2 on either side in the shadows, but I don't think they've talked yet.
Alright, so
Oh.
Sam.
You're more organized than last time, I see.
Practice makes perfect.
I think this is you, Trey. This is the character you spoke before.
Okay, I thought they were. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Stop. Fuck.
You got this.
Take a moment. Take a quick breath. Try again.
Hey, Maddie. How much more wire do we need?
I think that's enough. Great. Now.
Hey.
What's up, little P?
I found you a chair.
Oh, thank you. the old man?
I have no idea.
um, so.
Do you want to do Sean?
I'll do this one.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you're
it's the. All I see is hands. So this whole thing, surely it's not legal, yeah? Maddie wasn't clear on that.
Yes, the council found it confronting. For good reason, I suppose.
All right, so
Is this in...
there's another man. These are the two who were standing in the shadows earlier.
Alright. You or me, Sean?
Well, I've already got two because I've also got the narrator. So, yeah.
Because it utterly upsets the natural order. He's a big man. Because it utterly upsets the natural order, mate. It's not just bureaucracy. Shush you. Most rules can be bent after all. And Manny has a particular fascination with breaking rules. As I'm sure you've realized.
Tree.
Hey, don't give her all the credit.
Is this related to her gambling for time?
Mm-hmm.
So, the transfer.
It was the same sort of magic we're doing now, yeah. Small scale, though. Doing on a larger scale requires a bit more preparation. The council successfully suppressed all available information about it, though. For good reason.
What happens if something goes wrong?
Well... You don't tend to mess it up more than once. Or try it again after you fail, for that matter. Stubborn skull is notwithstanding.
What do you even call this sort of magic, then?
Questions irrelevant. Because it's banned.
Extremely cool. That's what I call it.
Well, by definition, it's a conduit ritual. But hey, we're among friends. So we can call it what it really is.
Necromancy.
Epic.
I think that was the entire prologue. We're already one of the 10 chapters in.
Sweet.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, old man.
There's that like big fat guy. I'm trying to do like a gruff voice for him.
It just sounds
Yeah.
really Australian.
I'm trying not to do it Australian.
I mean, it is set in Melbourne, and he's a big fat man who goes, mate!
Oh, yeah,
So-
okay.
So
He's
feel free to...
Australian.
okay.
So I've got thin old man, you have fat old man.
And spiky hair Vegeta.
Whose name is Che, because it was said at one point.
Oh, Che. I've got.
I accidentally ended up with the main character.
That's all good.
The girl with
I did say the girl with glasses is the main character going in. I did tell you that.
I think your voice suits her as well.
Yeah, works well.
Thank you. She has glasses similar to mine, except mine is silver.
Alright, well this is more narrator stuff. From your hazy memories, a certain word calls out to you. Necromancy. You try desperately to remember what it meant. Necromancy. Death. The fragment of a memory stays with you. Piece together the past. Remember what transpired. And never forget, you are scattered, practice, bureaucracy, fascination, disabled, blenders, messy, detective, forbidden, storm, energy, radiation.
What am I?
A monstrosity.
That sounds like for some reason when you were narrating that, the first thing that came to my mind is fucked up airplane ad, like Eldritch, like twist. Like remember, put in your seatbelts.
Put in your seatbelts. Remember, always close the blinds. Otherwise, see the great eye of
Yes.
Remember, keep your hands and feet away from the.
Oh
exit.
god, I did not expect it to. Okay. We can walk through here apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a lot more three-dimensional than I thought it was.
Cyberpunk.
Can you move your head?
We probably can. Alright.
Oh, this looks like a pretty good place.
Press hold to inspect the memory. Whoa. Terminal house rules.
Both living.
Oh,
Maddie's rules. Number 1. Welcome both living and dead. Number 2. Patrons will be served in the order they arrive. 2. Don't ask who's alive. It's rude. If someone wants you to know, they'll tell you. 3. The dead have 24 hours to spend within the premises before moving on. Strictly enforced. No, we don't have Wi-Fi. 5. Report broken items and other anomalies to staff. We can't clear up your broken glass or spatial rift if we don't know about it. 6. Don't feed the eidolons. They can't eat, and offer them food just reminds them of that cruel fact.
I'm loving this.
It's a nice effect.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Warframe
going
tree.
dark.
Warframe tree.
Warframe.
Yeah, that was a tree that looked like the one from Warframe.
Oh, so you're answering my name.
Oh no, I wasn't.
He Tree thought you wanted to play Warframe with her. How disappointing.
I believe you do.
Hearing short stream.
I don't
Come on.
even know if that
Jeez,
was
how rude,
true.
Sam. How rude. Part 1. The Terminal. Carlton, Victoria. Australia, 3053. Excerpt from online reviews. It's canonically set in Melbourne. It's in like the hippie, the hipster coffee culture. There's a lot of like cool places like this in Melbourne. Pretty unremarkable coffee. Barista speaks Chinese, but exclusively uses it to mock people to their faces. I am very self-conscious about my top hat now. Observed little girl running around cafe with knife, unsupervised. Came down with deep sense of enumai after visiting. Was rudely told to stop being a big dweebus after complaining about the burnt taste in coffee. This coffee is some of the best I've ever had. 5 stars. Disclosure, I have no taste buds.
Ennui is a feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from a lack of occupation or excitement.
He felt unemployed and unhappy with it. The door closes.
Hey,
Yeah, he's showing.
mate. You right?
I think this is Tree or Orca at the moment. Try to
Oh,
keep
yeah,
the rolls
maybe.
even.
Yeah, sorry.
Tree.
I have no idea who this is.
This is tree.
Orca.
Go tree.
Alright, it is.
Oh, that's me. You can see me?
Clear as day, yeah. Can I get you?
I've been walking around for hours. Nobody was talking to me. I don't even know how I got here.
God, is this Necrobarista in my high school experience? I think you'll find it was via the front door.
She's just deafened herself.
Tree? Oh, I assume she said something.
Definitely yourself.
Oh no, we can't hear the ghost anymore. Or the not dead person. Definitely not a dead person.
Tree.
She'll unmute when she's ready.
On deck.
Yeah, she's back.
No, she's back to being muted.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Huh. Okay. Right. Where am I?
This dearly departed is the terminal. Carlton's finest.
Departed?
They say our coffee's to die for.
Oh, that's so funny. So, I don't really know how to go about this.
Ask me anything, man. You're not the first disheveled dead guy to drop in, and I'm sure you won't be the last.
What does everyone else ask?
They generally ask, what does everyone else ask?
Ah, shit.
And they always say that. Then there's the embarrassed silence.
Alright. I get it. You make a habit of bullying everyone who comes through, or just the pitiful ones?
It's almost exclusively the latter.
I guess that's consistent. Always felt like people saw me as a pitiful guy.
Sorry, I was actually kidding there.
No, you're right. I'm a fucking sad sack. Boss hated me, family hated me, work sucked. Just like everything else about me. Now I'm never gonna have a chance to make things better for myself. That's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Hey, come on.
Now I'm sitting in a cafe for dead people falling apart in front of the barista.
Mate, pull it together. Number 1 rule, no breakdowns in the cafe, please.
That wasn't rule number 1.
Got it. I promise, man. You are okay. I know how it is.
You dead?
No, and I don't know if you read the rules outside, but...
God, I did. Yes, I can't even get that right.
In that case, you'll also have to read that you read that... Yeah. In that case, you'll also have read that you have 24 hours left before you gotta move to the next. And I don't think you want to spend them having one big, long, extended panic attack.
24 hours?
Shit. What I'm saying is... everything's okay. Just take some deep breaths. We'll sort this out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a fuss.
Man, we really pegged Tree for the right character, didn't we?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Got me with the glasses, got True with apologize. Cafe is empty. It's not like I've got anything else going on. Don't worry about it.
You sure? I'm kind of a burden.
You're not. Promise. Chin up, mate. Let me tell you about the building. Some cool history. So the first time I came here was about 4 years ago. And that's why you should never ever serve a martini to a dead biker, even if he specifically asks one.
Huh. Out of all the possible ways to react to that, that's one I suddenly didn't expect.
Yeah, no point in seeking eternal vengeance if you're gonna have to leave in a few hours anyway. Strips it of meaning, you know. There's no way to tell whether you'll even care once you cross over. But then again, maybe I'm just being a buzzkill about it. Shouldn't go around policing people's reactions to things.
She's not frothing that milk well. I'm still wrapping my head around all this death that is.
Feels weird to say it, doesn't it?
With yeah, that's the word. So you said most people don't ever find out how they died before they pass, even if they got murdered or something.
Yep. Most people don't die from murder. Mostly sickness. Or old age. Or accidents. Well, they call them accidents. But really, loads of lawnmowers are possessed by evil spirits. That said,
Alright, just hold on a moment. You can't just drop that and move on. Possessed lawnmowers? Seriously?
anything with spinning blades attracts garden equipment, blenders, power saws. They're a real pain in the ass. Gotta do at least 1 or 2 exorcisms a month on the coffee grinder.
That's wild.
So, well,
So, I know I'm breaking the rules again, but how many people in here are...
dead?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cafe for dead people. Doesn't that mean it's everyone? Or are some of these people just really into ghost cafes?
A little of column A, a little of column B. Plenty of mortals come through. But this is one of the only crossing points in the country, so we get a lot of your type. That's also why the rent is so high. Because those vampires who own the place know we get a lot of foot traffic.
Didn't catch that, Trey.
Literal... Sorry?
No, never mind.
Literal vampires?
No. Like boomers, landlord class.
Come on. Same thing, I guess.
So, to answer your question, there are 9 customers in here right now. Out of those 9, yourself included, I'd say 4 or 5 of them are just passing through on their way to the next place.
How can you tell?
Once you've worked here for a while, you get sort of 6th sense for this kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Speaking of 6th senses, I've got one for trouble.
You have 2 sixth senses?
That's the takeaway?
Oh my god, I'm fucking tiny.
Hello, Ashley.
Ashley had adopted the cafe staff a couple years back, much in the same way that a puppy adopts a squeaky toy. She was the kind of ferociously smart kid who absorbed information like a sponge, but only used it to cause trouble. Today, she was accompanied by the stench of motor oil, and brought with her a look that said, "I'm an invincible genius." She was mostly right about that one.
Alright, I know that look. Spit it out.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Cut the crap, kid. What are you after? I'm busy dealing with a customer.
I I'm not really needing any attention.
Shut up, Kishin.
I need an extra pair of hands, and none of my ashlings are around to help.
Don't you have any clamps? We've got you a bunch for your birthday last month.
They're all being used for other very important things.
They were not.
Pretty sure I saw one on the table upstairs earlier.
No, I really need a helper.
Ashley. I'm busy.
Whoops.
Please. Hey. I could probably... I could... Oh, sorry.
Wait, no, that's you. It has the indicator.
Yeah.
Come on, Ashley. You gotta let us work. I'm not gonna get anything done down here if I have to keep going upstairs to find the screwdrivers you've replaced.
But... Hey...
No dice.
What about Che? He can help me. But what about...
He's emptying the dishwasher. Sound familiar? It should, because I told you to do it an hour ago.
Oh. It's really no trouble. Oh! Why don't I take this guy? Only thing he's busy with is being dead. Hey. Come on.
Ashley! I'm not gonna argue with you about this. I'm sure he would rather relax than being bossed around. So manners. We've talked about this. You gotta be more respectful in front of the customers. Please!
Oh, I'm happy to go upstairs. Really, it's fine. I don't have anything else going on. I'm super dead. I'm cool with it. I'm Kishan. Very dead guy. Happy to help.
You sure? I could just send her back upstairs.
Promise. Promise it's fine.
Tool belt on him.
Yeah, the tool belt.
I just sit around and be a pain otherwise. Perfect. Come on, peon. We've got work to do.
Ashley wasn't getting enough attention. But with Maddie's newfound responsibilities, some sacrifices had to be made. That meant the kid would just have to occupy herself more often than not. She still felt guilty as hell about it, and...
No, I reckon this place needs more plants.
Ah! Jesus Christ, Che! You gonna give me a heart attack, you old bastard?
He's old? What? What's on your mind?
He's probably like in his 30s or 40s.
Oh, he looks so young.
He does look young.
What?
I think he is the old man, because you know she's called him old
No.
bastard.
What's on your mind?
Head in the clouds, as per usual. Do I look like I was thinking weighty thoughts?
Excruciatingly so. What's going on?
Nothing important. Just my resting bitch face.
Nope. This one's different.
How so?
The facial expression is reminding me of the time you tried to fistfight that cosplayer.
Oh, the samurai? The one who barged in waving his gift store katana around and demanding satisfaction after I refused to put 15 shots in his coffee? Weirdly specific what it looked like.
Looks like you just got thrown with a 1,000-fold Nippon steel. Sheet? Steel. It's a precious memory, so I remember very clearly. A mix of deep disgust, a whole bunch of derision, and a tiny pinch of pity.
Yep. That's me. What a mood.
Anyway, we should get more plants.
Motherfucker.
You're right though. Real talk.
I'm fine.
I'm actually fine, or let's not talk about it, fine.
The second one.
Pharaoh? Office still open if you'd like to talk things out. In the meantime... Sorry. Can I grab that tea towel? My hands are, you know, wet.
Oh. Yeah, here you go. So, did the dishes need hand washing, or? I'm sure I told Ashley to empty the dishwasher earlier.
Nah. The thing's busted. Door latch won't close. Might call the repairman. I actually wouldn't wash him by hand anyway. Her arm would corrode. So, I did it. Not a problem.
Fair enough.
So, like I mentioned, it'll need a repair, unless you want to let Ashley at it. I'd call the repairman myself, but our landline stopped working last week.
We have a landline?
Yeah. Ancient technology. An inelegant tool for a less civilized age. Only works when you pay the bill, though. I don't know if it'd be cheaper to get it repaired, or just to buy a new one and give Ashley the old one for parts. The costs are pretty close, all things considered. Hey,
Oh.
don't work too hard. You'll worry yourself into an early grave.
Hey, you spent 50 years digging holes.
He is an old man.
50. I don't think he's the old man, but
He's at least he's at least like.
Oh.
He
Jesus.
has to be like 60-something.
Yeah.
'cause
He looks good. He looks good for his age.
Yeah, what the fuck? He's not even graying.
That's like all of his hair.
This is where we find out he's like he is a vampire. That's why he's so
he
old.
is?
or a ghost.
Yeah, he might be something supernatural, which means he's ages slower.
That sounds
not-
like pretty tough work, old man.
Oh. Old man. For information, I'm barely 170-ish. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he's a
Natural.
vampire.
I'm failing to see the inaccuracy.
Got it.
It was during a literal gold rush. Everyone was doing it. Only thing different about me, once you started digging out things more interesting than gold. Only
Only
kind
kind
of
of gold
dust.
I'm interested in is brown gold. Coffee. I mean, coffee.
I get the immortal character, that's so cool.
I get the one
Hey.
that wants coffee.
So
Hmm?
I know it's just another stress on the stress pile, but I think we need to put in an order for more kitchenware soon.
Ugh.
Yeah, another thing that costs money. We're beginning to run out of cutlery though. It keeps disappearing, not sure.
You know?
Yeah, check your Twitch just to check that
It disconnected and reconnected stuff. I lost connection for like half a second, but I literally said, "Hang on a moment, guys," and just before I said it is when we crashed. Because I noticed a bot had popped in chat, just like, "Want to be famous? Followers, go to big something." I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna ban this bot." Be gone, Ban. Be gone.
Oh. Wait, so do you have to relaunch the game or
No, no, no. I just need to I just need to click on it again.
no?
Oh, thank goodness. The computer made a sound and I thought it disconnected me again. Alright, alright. Stream back to normal for everyone?
Not
it's-
loading.
Frozen on just, you know.
Hey guys, let's scream.
It's just you know is the last thing it should be on.
Oh well, there's no music, and I think it's.
I don't hear any music on my end either.
No.
There is some music, it's very subtle though, it's very quiet. I can turn it up.
I've just got a loading screen.
It might be my internet is not good enough to do this at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all good.
Well,
It was fine till the rain started about, 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
But we can continue this another time.
Yeah, that was good so far. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. The game was a little bit less visual novel than I realized.
Yeah. Even then, it's Yeah, I was. You had to
It's
watch it
like
on the
not
stream.
the
I was like,
typical
what?
visual novel.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
But
Shut the fuck
yeah, it's nice so far. I mean, you guys are enjoying the characters.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying before, like, I've been searching voices for the Che because like at first I thought it was old as fuck, but I thought he was like young, and then and he's like, no, he's like old and young technically.
Yeah, he's an old man who discovered something during the gold rush, apparently.
Next time we stream, we're just
He's
gonna
meant
forget all
to
the
be-
voices.
I think he's meant to have a young voice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like he went digging the gold rush and he found something. Something that wasn't gold.
Probably mid-30s, but we stopped aging.
Yeah.
Wait, Gold Rush, but it's like 33,000. This.
Sorry?
But they said
Another
the
gold
year-
rush.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Maybe they. Yeah, okay.
Wait, what did they say the year was?
They said the year was 3000.
No, that's the postcode, you idiot. That's the postcode of
What?
Carlton in Melbourne.
Oh.
It was the address. It's the postcode, not the year. The postcode.
That's so funny, Sam.
Hey, you probably thought it too. Shut up.
No.
I live in Melbourne, so I know the postcodes are about 3,000.
Okay. Well, I don't live in.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, but it was the postcode, Carlton, Australia.
Yeah.
Through.
Instead of the year.
Oh, you ninny.
Hey, Orca thought it too, because she said there must have been another gold rush. I'm putting this on you, bitch.
Listen, I thought about it at first, then I realized, wait.
Yeah. Geography.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Nicer if they just put PO in front of it.
Mm.
Just so you know.
Post office. Post.
I just restarted the stream. Did that fix it?
Yeah.
All right, and it looks like my internet's picked up because I now have full bars on Discord. So
Alright,
we can continue if
we're
that's what
back
people
at
want.
it. Welcome to the wacky races.
To anyone who ever sees this recording, welcome to the technical problems of internet in Australia, in a very old house, admittedly.
In the year 3000.
Oh dear.
Just, you know, everything's a bit too pricey right now. Doesn't help that coffee cartels keep pushing prices up.
I don't think the import of is part of a cartel. They're quite nice. I've seen photos of their kids.
You've never spoken to... You ever spoken to them? They're obviously criminals with the prices they charge. Wholesome, my ass. Wholesome. I'm wearing fishnets, wow!
We keep buying from them.
You've been wearing fishnets for a while, Orca.
Yeah.
I think. Oh my
Well,
god.
yeah. The beans are good, man. Beans! It's just everything else on top of them that's stressing me out.
Random question: who here actually likes coffee?
I hate it.
I don't drink it. I just don't.
like-
I'm not. I don't have an opinion on it.
We're here for the ghosts, Sean.
I don't like straight coffee. I like mochas.
All right, so Tree is the most civilized out of all of us here. The rest of us do not belong in this visual novel. I also do not drink coffee.
I did a barista course, and then I kind of just forced myself to like coffee.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
Well, growing up,
And then it's like the one that's like chocolate milk, not like it's one that's like hot chocolate and coffee.
growing up, my parents wouldn't let me have coffee because I have ADHD, and they would always say like they don't need that much more. I don't need that much more energy.
Fair enough.
My
Fair enough.
grandma gave me
Me.
vodka before I had any coffee.
When were you asking your parents for coffee? You're only 19.
Well, no, this was like ages ago.
Oof.
It wasn't like when I was a kid, but like it was, when I was a teenager.
Back in the younger age, you're still a teenager.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Back when I was a teenager, I still hated coffee. What about back when you were a teenager, Sean?
Well, that was a long time
man.
ago.
You should be voicing this guy, you old man.
I'm old, but everyone thinks I'm young. Yeah, sure. That would have made perfect.
I don't
No,
think you're
he's
too young.
mine.
I just thought you were not that old.
That's the same sort of thing, though. Oh, okay.
Dialogue.
All right. You already said that, didn't you, Orca?
Yep. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'll happily accept the blame for some of that.
It's fine. You don't have to. I know it's all on me. I've just got to figure out how to pay everything off.
Everything. And everyone.
The shitty Council of Death and the doubly shitty time debt we owe to them are the last things I want to think about right now. I've lost enough sleep over it already.
Hey, I am here to help. I'm worried about you, You've had a lot of responsibility dropped in you in a very short period of time. And I can't help but feel a little bit culpable for that.
I know. Yeah. I know. And you... I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Orca.
Fuck off.
Shh. Shh. It's alright. Hold yourself together. We'll figure it out as a team, just like we always have.
I just don't want to deal with it,
I get it. I don't want you to feel like I get it. And I don't want you to feel like I'm imposing or interfering too much. I know the cafe is yours now. And even though things are a bit much at the moment, I know I keep saying this, Maddie, but I don't know how much time we have to deal with all of this before things start falling apart.
Things are already falling apart. But you're gonna have to face reality at some point.
I think that's-
Oh, fuck
I think
yeah.
that's me.
Shit.
But you're gonna have to face reality at some point. You know that, right?
Jay, oh my god, yes, I know! I don't need any more reminders from you. Back off, man. councils are always on my mind. I can't escape them.
I just have to add, the council will decide your fate.
The council can suck my... All I can do, okay? My best is all I can do, okay? Just because you're my best friend and my old boss, and my mentor, doesn't mean I need you preaching at me about how I can deal with my problems. Because they're my problems now. Not yours.
Alright, no worries. I'll give you some space. Might go check on Ashley. You've seen her recently?
She's upstairs. Dragged a customer up there talking about clamps or something.
I'd better go rescue them then. Be back in a bit. Oh, I could finally yawn.
Shit, he's right, isn't he? We really could use some more plants.
So we're gonna strap a big old steak knife to it and make them bite each other. I love it. This is gonna be great. I want to build something that gets put on that TV show Robot Battle Royale with flamethrowers on it. You're not gonna put one on this little guy, are you? A flamethrower? Probably not. But I want you to record the fight on my phone so we can send it to the producers. Yeah, sure thing. Let's get this knife attached.
It's a knife rumba.
Pass me those zip ties. Zip ties. And the knife! Knife. And my coffee! Are you sure? Who even gave you that? Coffee! Damn it! It's empty. My coffee's empty, Kishan. Is the world is beginning to vibrate? Maybe it's good that your cup runneth empty, yeah. I think my cup needs to runneth with more espresso in it.
She's finally gone insane.
I just... How many shots did you put in there? Too many, Kishan! But did anyone ask Icarus how many shots of espresso he had? Yeah, I'm reading a book about Icarus. He flew into the sun. I'm cultured. In unrelated news, I have a headache. I think you might want to read a little more about Icarus. There's a twist ending. There's a twist ending to that one. I'm holding a knife, Kashan! No spoilers! No spoilers. Promise.
Alright, Shay, just say hi. Just try not to get a knife slung at you this time. You got this. Hey, kids.
Intruder! Kashan! My buddy! My pal! Did I get him? No. Oh, you missed. Damn it. But wait, you threw it on purpose? Extremely on purpose, yes. I'm fine, by the way. Oh, sorry.
I'm fine, by the way.
Oh, it's just you. Would it have been worse if it was someone else?
Has everyone noticed her arm?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably. Unless they were an actual spy come to steal my robot designs. Then it would have been good. Hey, I think I'm crashing. Oh no. Is she okay? Did I kill her?
You'll wake up in about 15 minutes with no ill effects. But you probably shouldn't give her any more coffee. She turns into a real goblin.
Oh. She told me that it'd make her immeasurably powerful.
I mean, she's not wrong. But, you know, great power, great responsibility, yada yada yada. She's 13. Kid's got plenty of energy already. Maybe not the sense of responsibility, though.
Yeah, I don't even know how I ended up sitting here attaching knives to robots. She's very convincing.
You don't have to tell me, mate. She basically lives here. My parents would kill me if they found out she nearly killed me. Pretty good blind throw, though. She'd make me proud. She makes me proud in the weirdest ways.
Oh. Did she learn from the best?
She did. But the best definitely wasn't me. Maddie's pretty deadly with knives. Loves her flashy tricks. Bad habit, probably. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm being very rude. My name's Che. I used to own this place. Now I just sort of sit around and cause trouble and sometimes have knives thrown at me, I guess.
I'm Kishan. And I died today.
Oof.
Well, the narrator
Also-
role is very small.
I'm sorry, Tone.
No.
I'm sorry.
I just love Tree going insane.
Yeah, I love how you're both being like reserved and timid, and then you
Sean.
switch to being insane.
No robot Sean.
Ah! I'm alive! I'm alive!
Oof, we got a loud one here.
Who's this?
You take it, Sam.
Oh, be nice. You know it's scary waking up.
Big lights coming towards me!
I think it's reliving its last moments.
Looks like it.
What is happening?
Hello.
I do not remember having this many limbs.
Join the club, pal.
We are reborn in a new image.
I see.
There you've got a bottle of
I'm Copper. Nice to meet ya.
And I'm Jacoby.
I am undefined.
I don't know if that name will stick.
It's a body made of milk carton. Should we just call it milk?
Oh, too basic. Imagine if you called me Goon, just because I'm made of wood.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that at all. Ashley was yelling about someone called Lovelace the other day. That's a good one, I think.
How does our new friend feel about it?
Acceptable?
Lemon grab. Excellent.
Nice to meet you, Lovelace.
In
They're my
unison.
favorite characters.
What was that part?
I have no idea.
Alcohol jar, goon box, milk carton.
Yeah. So I have Lovelace, which is milk robot. Look at you, turning into a responsible human being. During intermission at the end of the episode, you are free to explore the terminal. Memories are scattered throughout the terminal and delve into tales of its patrons. More locations and memories become available as you progress through the main story. Alright, so we can look around some more memories like the sign out front.
Oh, shiny thing.
We got Ashley's journal here.
Here's where the narrator comes in.
Yeah, here's where the narrator comes in. Oh, they're Ashley's robots!
Oh no.
Oh, the poor robots, they have no idea.
Oh no.
Row Battle Royal Robot Power Rankings. Windlass. When I first saw the name on this bot, I thought it was styled to be like a girl who could run control storms and run like a ninja. A real lass of the wind. Or maybe a girl of the elements, someone with the ability to become the wind itself. If I were a windlass, I could vanish in an instant, wherever Maddie appeared. She would look around and say,
Where's Ashley? Oh wait, no, wrong person. Fuck.
No, that was. No, you're right, wrong person. Yeah, she was meant to be Orca.
Where's Ashley?
And I'd be right there, and she wouldn't notice it, because I wouldn't be one with the wind. Then when she left, I would fade back into the room like a ninja. This would only work outside in rooms that were really breezy, so I would probably set up fans in the workshop to make it really drafty. Then I'd looked it up online and learned that windlass is actually a fancy name for a winch used to pull anchors up from which at first made me think this bot was lame. It worked by hooking its arm under enemy bots and pulling it up to flip them over.
Oh,
It never even tried to smash the other bots to bits or melt it with fire. But then I watched it in action and realized that flipping your enemy on their back to incapacitate them is the ultimate ninja move. Windlass moves like a master, spending the entire match trying to bait its opponent into exposing its weakness. And then like a ninja master that knows how to jab exactly the right pressure point on the back of the enemy's neck to make the enemy's head explode, Windlass grabs the enemy bot from one part of it, which happens to be sticking out at the wrong time, and flips it onto its back. Note, most bots only have wheels or legs on the bottom, not on the top. So when you flip them over, they're totally helpless and the match is over. To avoid this happening, we'll make sure to put some wheels on top as well. When I make a bot like Windlass, I'm going to call it Badass, because that's what it is. Alright, and that was Ashley's character.
Yeah.
Right, let's look around and see what else we can find.
It seems like they shine stuff.
Where shine stuff?
No, whatever is interactable has like a shine to it. Because if you look over towards the box where we were, oh, it's gone now.
It is shiny when you get up close though.
Oh, but it had a bit of a shine kind of before. It's either that or I'm hallucinating and need to go to sleep.
No.
There is an upstairs as well.
Yeah, there is.
Why does it go blue when we come over here?
Weird lighting thing.
Makes for some aesthetic screenshots.
I like the tree.
Yeah, the tree's nice.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's dead. But, oh, God, please, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, we can't go upstairs. We've only done one thing, so it's probably only the first thing unlocked. People up for continuing?
Yes.
No. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, well, off we go
Will
then.
you there?
Not mentally.
Yep. I think I might when you send me the stream data, I think I'll separate it either by chapters or by like maybe 20 minutes for each one. But I don't know if there'll be like
chapters is
I'll
Do
figure out
chapters
later.
and do a series of small ones.
Yeah.
They don't go for that long.
All right, let's
Yeah,
get
they'll be
started.
nice.
Mm, I'd love to see that. I could use a pick me up. So,
Oh,
Joe?
yeah. So I can't promise that it'll be there. I can't pro. It's kind. Sorry, I can't promise it'll be there. It's kind of inconsistent.
Still there. The hallway that's only there sometimes. How do you get to the kitchen otherwise?
There's another slightly longer one that we use instead. It's much less exciting. But on the upside, it's consistently there. I love telling new people about it though. The reaction's always hilarious.
I definitely didn't expect to be getting enthusiastic today over a weird quantum hallway. Or enthusiastic at all, actually, because as soon as I stopped to think about it, I realized I'm actually extremely messed up about this.
I understand. Your life has gone very weird very fast, conceptually speaking. Or, your unlife? I should be better at talking about it by now, shouldn't I?
Geez, that's not a fun one to think about, huh? Just keep talking about the hallway so I can keep my mind off this.
To be honest, I'm not sure I could even properly explain all of what goes on in here. The building's mildly sentient. Too much magic in the soil for it not to be, really.
So, the cafe's alive?
Not necessarily. Plenty of things have come to life here, but as far as we can tell, the building itself doesn't really fall into that category. Also, it mostly tends to shift itself in ways that are helpful instead of frustrating, so... quantum hallways. Hello.
That's you again, Joe.
It's for you.
Oh, I'm not... I'm making myself a cuppa. You want something?
Nah, I'm good for now. Also, what's the barista's name? I didn't
Yeah.
actually catch it and I feel like a jerk.
Ah, Maddie. She's the owner now. Not just the barista. Still makes coffee, of course. But she's the owner now. She has a lot more to juggle. Why are you asking? Got your eye on her, eh?
No,
Really?
no, I have a boyfriend.
Had?
Had?
Oh wait, that was you. Oh, fuck.
Oh jeez, this is a lot. Can't imagine how he's feeling.
Try not to think about it.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
You want that drink now?
I think I want something a little more potent than coffee right now. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't enable him, Kishan.
Shit. Oh. Oh. Wait.
See,
It's you.
Oh, shush. I can get you something stronger, mate. So, a shot of whiskey, perhaps?
I suppose this is the cafe.
Well, it is. Mostly. We do serve alcohol, though. And stronger things on request.
Stronger? Like what? Pleasure? Abstinence? And absent?
Absinthe, just go with that.
You think a place like this won't have anything stronger than that?
Stronger than pure ethanol.
Sure. Remind me later, I might pull some out of my special reserve.
Don't enable him, Kishin.
Hey, someone's gonna drink it. I know you're not gonna touch the stuff aside from setting it on fire.
Excuse me, I have perfectly good reasons for wanting to set a puddle of distilled soul on fire.
We'll agree. We'll agree to disagree on that one. So, Kishan, what'll it be?
Actually, I
You got off that tree.
I changed my mind on the coffee. Can I order something complex? Gotta treat myself on my last day on Earth. I'm after a sugar rush.
If we have the ingredients, it shouldn't be an issue. Manny can whip it up for you.
Cool, cool. In that case, can I have a large quadruple shot? Double vanilla caramel,
Fuck's sake.
no foam, super hot, reverse, coconut milk macchiato,
Oh my god.
with 2 sugars and whipped cream on top.
Is someone running that? Maddie?
Yes, dearest?
And you. I don't quite know how. Is this real?
Was it too much? I was gonna ask for that shot of whiskey Jay mentioned earlier, but it seemed a little extra.
Well,
Yes. It is too much. I don't think even Starbucks would serve that.
why?
Because it's a fucked up water, man.
Jane,
Every single word of that increased my urge to set the espresso machine on fire so I wouldn't have to think about making coffee ever again. Oh, but the whiskey's fine. I do that too. I have a counter offer, which you have to accept.
yeah?
I'll make you another double shot long black. And I'll put whiskey in it. But I won't call you a hipster this time. Climb my offer. Oh god, on God. I will strip your soul from your body and use it to scrub the counters at closing time. They will smell delicious afterwards. If that's any consolation.
That does sound like a competitive counteroffer. Not the soul thing. I'll take the coffee.
My generosity knows no bounds. Normie.
uh, nice tree.
think that's you, Orca.
Yeah.
So, to conclude, that order sucked because it defies the laws of physics, has a heart attack's worth of sugar in it, and is something only wankers ask for.
Is it possible to die twice?
Yep. You can die twice if you're brought back from the dead.
Or if you manage to really annoy someone between here and the next place, which is more likely because resurrection is illegal.
You're asking whether you can get a heart attack. Right. The answer is no. Life and death have a slightly different meaning here. Can't die from natural causes.
A bit complex and weird, and we're still in the process of figuring out how it all works. I'm over 200 years old, and I still haven't made proper sense of it yet. I just got some vague ideas.
Wasn't he 170? What?
I think it was 170 since he started digging graves. So he probably died in his 30s. Or like became what he is in his 30s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's been running this cafe for a while then. It's
Sorry, I
oh.
went back because I skipped this infantry.
Right. So what's keeping me from just staying here? Like, I'm already dead. Why do I have to go to the next place?
You've got a certain number of hours you're allowed to remain on the edge of the mortal realm. Hours are fungible. They can be bought, sold, and exchanged. Generally speaking. But the Council of Death always collects some debts owed to them. And you'll start running up a debt if you stay here too long.
The soul starts to get itchy too. It's not something I want to experience. We've had a few stay past there a lot of time. They've gotten very uncomfortable very fast. It starts with general irritability, and then worse things begin to happen.
Uh-huh. It's weird to wrap your head around. How long do I have before I need to make myself scarce?
You get 24 hours. Any longer, we start to pick up the tab since you're on our premises. And as charming as you are, we've already racked up too much time debt for letting people stick around past their expiry date. We're deep enough in the hole as it is, hours-wise.
And cash-wise, we're extremely poor.
We've been a bit too lenient in the past, letting people stay just a little longer instead of generally shooing them onto the next plane of existence, etc. You know the drill. But hey, since hours are fungible, you can always acquire them some other way. That tonight actually that you might be interested in.
Seriously? You're still doing that?
Shush.
You know the council doesn't look on that stuff favorably. Ned said so himself.
It draws the customers and helps us shave down the debt.
Shave down the debt.
Shut up. I'll take whatever I can get. And hey, fuck Ned.
We have a 13-year-old here, right here. We have a 13-year-old right here, you know.
She's heard English language for a lifetime. I'm not too worried about her.
She's right there.
What?
Every time Ned comes around, he makes you guys really stressed out. Maybe not you so much. But Maddie gets nervous and brings down the mood, man. So fuck Ned.
Goodness, I think you've had too much coffee today.
I'm crashing so hard right now, you have no idea. It's like I was crashing earlier, but that was just a pre-crash, and I'm having a double crash or something.
All I ask is that you try and keep the swearing to a minimum when customers are around.
Okay. But does Kashan count? It's fine. A couple of my housemates are tradies, so you learn to ignore it pretty quick. Tradies? What tradies? Ugh. They're still tradies unless they changed careers in the past couple days. But they're not my roommates anymore. Because, hey mates, have I mentioned how much being dead sucks? Because it sucks and I feel extremely bad about it. I'm having a pretty bad time right now in general, to be honest.
Well,
Yep. Even just adopting a language is a pain, isn't it? Want a proper drink now? Without coffee in it? Exactly.
Yeah. That'd be good.
the TV didn't say anything about there being a storm tonight.
Huh? It looks like a decent sized one's rolling in.
You have no idea.
Oh, who's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That feels a bit too close to home, Sean.
I'll go upstairs and close the windows.
Given how much it's disconnecting me from the stream, yeah, it feels a bit close to home.
It's like storming right now.
Cheers.
Yeah, not too bad though.
Just immersive. Come on, Ashley. Let's clean up your workbench while we're up there, yeah? Do you need a bribe?
Yes.
I have some chocolate hidden away.
Acceptable. Wait. That people can still get drunk. Yeah?
Why else do you think we serve alcohol?
Make money?
Well, yeah.
Hang on. Do I even have my wallet?
Doubt it.
I don't. Yeah. How does that work? Why do I have my clothes but not the contents of my pouch?
I don't know, dude. Everyone's experience is different. Death doesn't follow many rules. Only universal rule I can think of is you can't stay. People don't generally come in without their clothes, fortunately.
Hmm. So about this drink, I guess you're gonna give me straight vodka or something?
That
You don't like making complex drinks?
dude, no. I don't like making ridiculous caffeine-laced milkshakes for overcompensated soccer dads. I'm happy to mix a cocktail within reason.
Sorry.
Tastes good. Oh, there.
Ah, wait. Oh, okay. What have you got then?
Jay's got everything you can think of. And then some.
I could go for a mint julep. Hey, what's that outside?
That's mad.
Outside? Some guy out in the rain? Oh, shit.
Oh, is this Ned?
Matt. Oh, it's not.
Maddie? What's up?
Let's get started on that drink.
The fuck?
Who is this? Is this the fat guy from before, or is this?
I think it
That
is.
guy.
Morning.
What is his
That-
face?
That's a bit sus.
Oh no.
It's me. Hi?
Hello, recently departed.
Hey, that hat.
Sorry.
God, he's chunky.
Hey, that hat you're wearing kind of makes you look like. Sam?
I think that's you.
Oh, it is Nerd Kelly.
I could have sworn you were standing outside literally a second ago.
So, how'd this one cock it?
Good morning to you too, Ned.
Yeah.
It's
7
7,
oh, fuck.
it's 7 o'clock in the morning, Madeline.
Piss off, Nedwood. That's not even my full name.
Isn't it, Maddie? Jay said it was, and he never lies.
He never said that.
Well, no. But it was worth a try. What am I doing with this
I
voice?
try at what? Catching me off balance? Some shit along those lines? Mate, I'm so off balance right now that a light breeze would knock my head over ass. Knock me head over ass. Don't push me.
Hey, this julep is really great. Just wanted to contribute that to the conversation.
To catch. So, you catch the game last night?
No. And I don't care to discuss the egg sport with you or anyone else. Don't try it.
Oof. Just making polite conversation. You should try it sometime.
Maybe. Not for you though. You've never come in during daylight hours before. What do you want?
Nothing much. I'd like to talk to Che at some point. But can wait, seeing as he's missing.
Planning on sending out a search party?
Might do. It'd be a shame to lose an old friend by letting him wander onto some train tracks or something.
Yeah, well... Shut up. He's upstairs last I saw.
What was the last you saw, Maddie? Tell me.
Why are you like this?
What was it?
I saw him walking upstairs.
So he could be anywhere then. Probably fled the country to dodge the massive time debt you lot are racking up.
He can't go far. I've got him on a pretty tight leash. Regards to the debt.
Haha. It's not your problem.
Ah! He's not picking me up, motherfucker! Ah. You must not have heard.
Not your problem.
Ugh.
I think we just got really confused with the lines there.
Jay! Your dickhead friend Ned's here.
Wait. I'm a distinguished gent. Not a dickhead.
I mean, that head shape.
I'll be down in this. Wait, what was the voice I did for this guy? I'll be down in a sec.
Yeah, sure, but you could also... Yeah, sure, but you also work for the Council of Death. So even if you are a distinguished gent, it cancels out.
Is the Council of Death like a normal city council? Except for wherever dead people live?
Yeah, but the only trash that needs to be collected is right in front of me.
This guy.
Me?
No. You. You're the trash, Ned. The trash is you. It's you. Ned, the trash man from hell. Because council picks up trash. That's the joke.
Oh. Cool.
He's even got a head shaped like a rubbish bin. Totally fitting.
I'm not from hell.
I don't care. And to be clear, Ned, in case we weren't already, you are the trash.
Yeah, I get it. You know how long Jay's gonna be?
Dunno. He was busy upstairs with Ashley.
Yeah, I had to hide like 5 steak knives from her. I didn't even know we had 5 steak knives. Bit quiet there, mate. How long have you been sitting? How long have you been sitting there? Does it matter? Well, your employee's being very rude to me. So if you heard any of that...
I keep trying to tell him.
Ah. My employee... Yes. We have some catching up to do. I don't follow. Did she quit? Did you fire her for gross incompetence? Ah, far from it. There's been quite of a shake-up in the cafe's management structure since you last visited. Oh no. Don't tell me you gave her the whole thing. Okay, I won't tell you.
I tried to tell you before, man.
Hey, does anyone else like mint julep? Because this is great and I'm nearly done, but also my tongue is numb and I'm wondering what the deal is with that.
Was there really something you wanted to discuss? I need a drink before we go through all of that. Sure. The usual? Yes, please. Trey?
I think that's you, Sam.
Wait, no,
Oh, no, you're right,
I
yeah.
have the curly
Yeah.
straw.
How come he gets a curly straw?
So, Che. Oh, that's fuck.
So, Jay, spin me a bottle of how and why you handed down the cafe to this person. Well,
Every man's got his price. Oh, sorry.
yeah, that was Orca.
Every man's got his price.
My price be a curly straw too.
Buddy. I'll give you 2 if it means you stop complaining about numb lips.
Oh yeah, what do you make this with?
I couldn't find half the ingredients, so I put in a bunch of baijiu and chili seeds. It's got some of the stuff though. It has a mint julep in the spirit, if nothing else.
Does this have any mint or julep in it? At all?
It definitely may be lacking mint. And I cannot confirm or deny whether the existence of the mythical julep. You asked for baijiu earlier though, so here you go. Mission complete.
Maddie. I am getting drunk, very, very drunk, very fast.
Baijiu will do that to you. Yeah, I think you should have a little lie down. I'll get you some water.
I'm as drunk as an ox. I need no lie down.
Kishin, my dude. You absolutely need to get hospitalized as soon as possible. You can sober up in one of the booths up back. It's nice and quiet over there.
I'll fight ya.
I'll win though. Up you get, mate.
bloody hell. It would have been helpful if you told me about this before. Probably. I'm not worried about it. Maddie knew what she was getting into with this whole cafe situation. And it's natural that it might be taking a while for her to get the hang of running a business. Bloody hell. Bit of a dog's dinner though, isn't it? Oh, for sure. But it'll get better. Like I said, not worried about it. Well, you might want to hold your judgment on that for a moment. I'm unfortunately here on official business. Oh. I shouldn't have given you the straw then. No, you shouldn't have. I look quite silly. What? Want me to get rid of it? It's just Maddie. She won't use it to derail our conversation or make me look like a fool or anything like that.
Straw? No, I'll get you one after you have a nap. You can sip the water like a normal person.
I'll put it with the dirty dishes then.
What's a little music note?
Sacrifices I make for this job. Hey, wait. Oh, that was the other guy. Okay. Sacrifices I make for this job. Hey, you met me through it. So, can't have been all bad. That was bloody 100 years ago. Man, really? Longer. Time flies when you're immortal, huh? Quasi-immortal. This old rust bucket's still got an expiry date somewhere down the line.
What's this about immortality?
Hey, you should buy more plants.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Sorry, continue. Immortality?
Nothing that I'd trust you with, that's for sure.
Aw, don't you want to see crotchy old me being rude to youngsters in 100 years?
Truly, I do not. The far future doesn't need amateur necromancers.
You're lost. So, you two heading upstairs?
Actually, Ned does, in fact, have something fairly important to discuss with you.
Oh?
It's about the debt you owe to the council.
Yeah, I know. What about it?
Maddie, it's time. You owe us over 600 hours. Shay signed a contract. The hours or the cafe. You own the cafe, so you own the debt. And tonight, I've come to collect. Wait, what?
Apparently there's a music video. Another thing we didn't know about this game.
Let's go. Let's see this.
Just vibe.
Yeah, let's just vibe. I feel so bad just saying that. I should not have copied what you guys were saying. But,
Am I doing good with the Ned voice? I feel like I've been at the start I was mixing and matching with it because I realized I did his voice earlier really differently, but I've been trying to get the trying to
you're doing
like,
fine. It's
go
hard to
on
keep consistent with voices, especially when you're going to
yeah,
swap between
especially when
all
you're switching between them like one after the other.
You can tell she's not good at barista things. Wow! Look at
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, wait,
Wait, he's still there?
Was that me?
Yeah, why is Kashin still there? Or
I
Kashan,
would
probably.
bang the majority of people that aren't underage on this game.
Surprisingly, he sticks around.
I mean,
thought it
I
was
did
like
see
that.
one girl in the background who didn't look like he was wearing much.
Oh.
Yeah, I assume you noticed that one as well, Orca.
I did.
What she was wearing
I
was...
also noticed.
Notice.
It was interesting. Interesting to say the least.
I liked it personally.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, not allowed to see it.
I mean, you know, I did search trying to find a not sexual visual novel. Looks like I
Can't
failed.
escape. Can't escape, Sean.
I don't think it's sexual. I just think there's always going to be the token character who's
Oh,
good at
oh.
it.
Yes!
That was... kind of intense. Do they do that often?
The song and dance thing.
Yeah, what they do? What? Fuck. What? Yeah, what?
Take a deep
Yeah,
breath,
what
try again.
do- Yeah, what do they think they are? Some sort of anime street gang? What sort of self-obsessed jerk has their own theme song?
Don't be a downer, pal.
No, I was talking about the dramatic encounter.
Oh, between Maddie and Ned?
Yes.
Yeah, they've got chemistry.
Not the romantic kind, the explosive kind. You can't leave them in the same room together or they'll kill each other. I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Bad history?
But he's just a serially troublesome person, from Ned's perspective.
Doesn't help that she can't stop herself from pulling pranks on him.
No, I suppose not. I mean, he doesn't make it easy either.
I don't think he's used to having his authority questioned. She really gets under his skin.
Wasn't he a famous criminal?
Please, Miss Kelly. And therein lies the irony of the situation.
What a strange world we live in.
Oh well, such is life.
Together now.
We're
Nah.
all in
Ned
this
Kelly.
together.
Did you say it on purpose, Sean?
I did say it on purpose.
Yeah, okay. Not like what you
I
say
get
isn't like
that.
normally what people say isn't on purpose, because
No,
Yeah.
I said it with
Yeah.
the reference intentional.
yeah.
Doodle's mode is available. You can now speak to Ashley to access Doodle mode. What? Oh, we're upstairs.
Yes.
Oh shit! Wait, who are we?
Um,
We're
Why
not
are we?
Krishnan, are we?
oh, I think we're just a random visitor walking into the cafe during the day.
Oh, I love the library section.
I got a nice dartboard, nice, good old fashioned, hipster book cafe vibe going on.
Mm.
Coffee, how expensive is it? $4.50.
$6.
$6.50 for a
Wait, does it say
cappuccino.
4? What? No, I swear that says 6. That top one.
No,
Wait,
it is 6.
oh,
It
no.
looked like a 4, but it is a 6.
Wait.
It's hard to
Okay,
tell.
yeah.
It could be either.
Yeah.
It's probably 6 though. That one's definitely a 6,
Yeah.
and that's the same as that one. For that one looks more blurry for some reason, maybe because it's better lighting.
Yeah. Alright.
Caution, the clean downstairs. We have that sign over there. Is there anything else that we do?
Oh.
Oh, we got it back. Hello, tree.
Hi,
Yeah,
sorry,
wait, since
laptop
she's-
died.
Since she's rejoined, do you have to redo the voice thing on the stream?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's essentially watching the stream, and it's just told. I've just told it to essentially just. It's essentially told to watch the call, and if certain people pop in, it will play there. It will put there. It will turn on. Like when she disappeared, her anime avatar disappeared,
Oh.
and then as soon as she came back, it automatically placed it in the same position.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
So if we had like 4 or 5 more people who weren't meant to be in the call, and they had a thing set up, and they popped in here randomly, their thing would turn on if it was on the scene.
Yeah. Also, my avatar's nearly done.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
I'll show you. Do you want me to show you the
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
good time. Good time to have a small break.
They're getting slightly changed.
Oh, I just realized I left my water bottle in the freezer, so now it's all frozen.
Ooh.
Probably have to make the background white or just erase the blue background for the purposes of the stream.
We can easily use a. Yeah, no, that's easy. I can just use GIMP to do that.
This one looks the mouth on this one looks a lot simpler to at least edit if you want to make a talking thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
that's-
try my hand at that, but
Oh no, not you specifically, but
yeah, if someone wants to
I'm-
do that, I'm more than happy. I can easily rig it up.
Oh, what are we doing?
It's just the avatar thing.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Mhm.
Sam,
Hmm?
you have ADHD.
Yes.
Coffee does usually coffee does the opposite.
Yeah.
Like- I don't get anything from coffee.
Yeah. I don't know that. It's mainly what my parents have said. So.
Yeah. Cause like you'd think that like with hyperactivity it'd just make you more hyperactive, but for some reason it has opposite things.
Yeah. Remember.
Also, You crave sugar more for some reason.
Remember
Like,
when we went
that's
to
the
the
thing.
fair with Matt and we're at the shops and I had that what was it, iced coffee and I just felt really tired.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I popped the thing out, but I don't know how to pop it back in.
So these are just the drafts, right, Sam?
Yeah. There's another version that has the black rim, but I like the gold rim better. You can't see it on the stream, can you?
No, they're not on the stream. They're
Okay,
just
okay, good.
yeah. No, they're not on the stream.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I set
Yeah.
my stream up so it's only the stuff I want to show shows up on the stream.
Yeah, I think the color change of the shirt makes it that much better. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
You should show me.
sure.
Send them around. Send them around.
I won't.
Yes.
I'm almost out of pretzels and I'm so sad.
Oh,
Yes.
pretzels.
I'll send them to this loser.
That's-
I
Not
don't
you.
get
I
a
was
message
talking about
of
tree. I
what-
was talking about tree, Orca.
God, you're surrounded by.
Yeah, I know.
What did you just say, Orca?
She said he was surrounded by pussy, Sean.
All right,
What's
all
wrong with
right.
that?
Nothing at all.
Yeah. This is a pixel thing. I can probably
It's getting
rendered.
It's getting depixelated. Because I've decided if it's going to be larger for the avatar, probably want it to be depixelated, and between the pixelated version and the depixelated version, I'm guessing there won't be that much difference when it's smaller. So you won't even see the difference. It's just for more purposes of when it's being zoomed in on or something. Maybe.
How big do they have the canvas at?
I think I told them the recommended YouTube one was like 98 by 98, and I said, but then I told them. Sorry.
Huh?
That's for like a
No,
thumbnail.
Yeah, it's like a thumbnail.
Yeah, if you.
I'll message them. saying-
My normal one for like the showy things is 800 by 600.
Because the canvas size will be why it's so pixelated. Because it's only 98 pixels across, so they can't show all the definition. So I think my avatar that I'm using is, it's big.
It'd be really big.
Yeah.
The only reason mine's like that is because I just wanted something simple.
Yeah. And look, smaller things are quicker and easier to make. Bigger things take more time. And just because you're using a big canvas doesn't necessarily mean you're using all the detail in it.
It's easy to put detail in there.
Yeah, much easier to put the detail in, but like, if you have a big canvas, if you have 1,000 by 1,000, it's just a big white square. It's not really using the canvas very well.
Some person's added me on Snapchat, and I said hello, and they've added. But.
Yeah.
How should I respond? They said, "How are you? I'm single. Are you single or free? Single or free? Are these?"
Some people are not very ethical. Or some people are in open relationships. Let's also be honest there.
How should I respond?
You should probably just block them because they're definitely a bot. Response is just telling them if you respond to a bot, you might get marked as being someone likely to respond to a bot, so you'll get more bots. If
I
it's
just
an
sent them a
automated system.
photo of Karl Marx in the whip with Astolfo.
What? What?
Have I shown you that photo?
I've never seen that photo before. I know.
It's
I know who Astolfo is. I know who Karl Marx is. That's an interesting crossover there.
Oh, I'll send you it. I love it so much.
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're not even. I thought they would have been like not a bot, but like a person. That's like advertising, but they just started saying random shit. So yeah, I've removed them.
Oh, that's great.
Are
any of you guys watching the stream?
Yeah.
I
Alright.
kind of zoned out. Oh, the stream's paused for me. That's why I zoned out.
But are you watching the Twitch stream?
Oh no.
Oh
no.
no. Did you want me to?
No, it's just this one viewer here. I've just realised.
Oh, hello, one
Hopefully
viewer.
it's not a
It's probably a
bot.
bot, let's be honest.
Hopefully
love
it's
you.
not a bot.
Because I did have the
I
banner
would-
bot earlier.
We'll do a random giveaway. Give a random person who's watching $10,000.
God damn it.
Go to uni, buddy. Don't see that shit.
Orca immediately joins the stream.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, 50-50 chance.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I also joined the stream.
Aw.
Might take a moment for it to update. Because yeah, I've just noticed it says there we go. You're here, Tree. It still only says one person though. The chat, you're in the chat, but the thing hasn't figured out you're here yet.
I'm never existing correctly.
I agree with you.
Gone insane.
Oh dear, oh dear. Were we ready to continue?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
Moving.
have a look at all the stuff here. So first off, we have keep the balance.
You're overdue this week.
Said Ned. He tapped the list of rules that Maddie kept posted by the door.
This 24-hour rule. Are you sure you've been enforcing it?
I know how we run things around. It's none of your business.
Said Maddie.
Actually, it absolutely is my business.
Said Ned.
In fact, keeping the rules is basically my only business. That's kind of what the word enforcer means. I'm supposed to scold you for breaking the rules.
What do you think?
Fine.
Said Ned.
Let me check your ledger.
We don't keep a ledger.
Said Maddie.
Maybe you should.
Said Ned.
Lots of fun. You having fun, Sean?
I'm fine. My old identity as a narrator is just like, well, this is the most boring narration I've done in a long time.
Lots of places do. It's a great system. You have someone stand at the door and have them mark down whenever someone comes in or leaves. Then you forcibly evict people who are overstaying their welcome. I'm amazed that you don't have a system like that in place.
Some people overstay their
Some people overstay their welcome, other people understay it.
Said Che.
There's no need to strictly keep track of how long people stay, right? Just maintain the balance. You're right.
Said Ned.
All that matters is maintaining the balance. So maintain the balance, because when you don't, then we have a problem.
We're a bit short-staffed to have day as a full-time dorm.
Said Maddie. And that
Figure it out.
said Ned. He tapped the board listing the rules. God, it's been so long since I said something other than said someone I almost forgot.
Change 24 hours to 23 hours. When you say 24 hours, people think you colloquially mean one day, and they don't pay attention to the specific time. When you say 23 hours, people actually have to keep track of what time it is, of what time it is. That would be fine.
Said Che.
Except for the part where you're cutting time off people's stay. Trust me.
Said Ned.
Anyone who would go right up to the limit is probably going to go over it. 23 hours is going to mean 23 hours plus an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour and a half, hour plus however long it takes to finish that drink. And if they leave in less than 24 hours, who gives a shit? I give a shit.
Said Jay.
You're right. You should give a shit.
Said Ned.
In fact, you should celebrate whenever you manage to scooch someone out of here under 24 hours because the balance is upset and you forgot to correct it. You can either correct the balance 1 hour at a time, or the council can come in here and repossess some souls. Or we can find someone who knows how to manage this property responsibly.
He turned to Kay. Jay.
Come on, buddy. I don't want to have to take the... Oh, come on, buddy. I don't want to have to take this place away from you.
That would be quite the escalation.
Said Maddie.
We'll just practice. Oh, well, you're already on the first level of escalation, which is a stern talking to.
Said Ned.
Let's try not to escalate it any further.
Jay sighed.
We'll...
Maddie cut him off.
We'll change the rule to 23 hours. Okay? Buzz off.
Wow, really?
Said Ned.
Well, okay then. And while you're rewriting the signs, you should also take the green tea frappuccino off the menu. Frap should be for coffee, not tea.
Done.
Said Maddie.
Wait, really?
Said Ned.
Said Ned. Damn, I didn't realize you were so open to feedback. Also, that caramel...
Take it under advertisement.
Alright, everyone together.
Advertisement.
Said
Said
Maddie.
Maddie.
Placing a hand on Ned's chest and physically pushing him towards the door.
We're just gonna start walking into your heads now.
So why not?
Hold up.
Said Ned.
What are you doing?
Moving an unwanted guest.
Said Maddie.
I feel like I'm in primary school.
I need the practice if we're going to start enforcing those rules you care so much about.
No,
Said Ned. As he continued backpedaling to stay upright.
Look, you could just...
Bye.
Said Maddie. As Ned crossed the threshold out of the cafe, and Maddie shut the door in his face. She turned around, leaning her back against the door, and sighed. Jay raised an eyebrow.
You're serious about the rule change?
Yeah.
Together, said Maddie.
Maddie.
I'll change the sign and the menu after we close tonight.
Wait, really?
The rule change is just to keep her off our back.
Said
Said
Maddie.
And the menu thing?
I'd be meaning to take that off anyway.
Said Maddie.
It's the kind of menu that attracts the worst sort of people.
Well, okay.
Said Jay.
Though I do think we should change the rule back to 24 hours after things have had enough. Have had enough time to balance out.
Of course.
Said Maddie.
Maddie.
We wouldn't want to upset the balance too far in the opposite direction. What would we do with all that extra time anyway?
I think that's the end. Finally. That was a very long one compared to all the others.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, what else we got up here? There's a few different things.
Yeah, I remember seeing them with my eyes.
Advisory roll. What's this?
Do I get to speak this time?
Maddie was washing her hand when Ashley poked her head around the corner. I think that's Maddie.
Yeah.
You confess feeling? Wait, huh? Here to confess something or here to ask for something?
Thought Maddie to herself as dried her hands and turned the face to the girl. Oh, that is awful phrasing.
Ooh.
The grin on Ashley's face confirmed that it was the latter. Maddie arched an eyebrow and turned to the coffee grinder. Ashley stepped around the corner and stood close enough to Maddie to occupy her field of view. Every time Maddie turned, Ashley again repositioned herself. She was waiting for Maddie to notice her. After a minute, Maddie decided that having Ashley hovering around her was more distracting than indulging whatever it was she wanted to talk about.
What do you need, Ashley?
I don't need anything.
Said Ashley.
Though, now that you mention it, needing things, I think you might need something.
Moblance.
Such as?
An advisor!
Ashley smiled triumphantly as she delivered the word.
Uh-huh. What would I need an advisor for?
To advise you, of course.
Said Ashley.
And I suppose you had a suggestion for who I should take on it as an advisor?
Well,
Said Ashley.
now that you mention it, I'm not too busy. I could be your advisor.
Because you're an expert on...
Advising! That's what an advisor needs to know about.
And what makes you an expert on advising?
I've been learning a lot about advisors.
Said Ashley.
They get to help make important decisions, and then the person they're advising has to take responsibility for them. That's why I'd make a good advisor.
Because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions?
I take responsibility for my advice. But if someone follows my advice, then that's their decision and their responsibility. Duh.
I don't think I need an advisor.
Said Maddie.
Oh, but you do.
Said Ashley.
Aren't you always complaining about how busy you are?
Yes.
Said Maddie.
So busy that I don't have time to have extra counseling sessions with you.
I'm not going to be a counselor, Maddie. I'm gonna be your advisor.
The difference being...
A counselor counsels and an advisor advises.
Of course.
Said Maddie.
Busy people always seem to have advisors. The Prime Minister has advisors. Presidents too. All the most important people have advisors.
Their advisors tend to be more experienced than they are.
Said Maddie.
Advice travels from those who have it to those who need it.
Well, I'm feeling fine. So I don't need advising.
Said Ashley.
you could do with some advising, and I'd be happy to give you all the advising I've got. Plus, you're more important than I am. You're kind of like the Prime Minister of Terminal, or the President of the Terminal, or whatever. The kind of person who needs advisors.
I see.
Said Maddie.
So, am I hired?
You already have a lot on your plate, I'm sure.
Said Maddie.
No.
Said Ashley.
I've got lots of time for you.
Ah, in that case, you'll have time to wash these dishes for me.
Said Maddie, tossing a drying rag to Ashley.
Let me know when you're done.
Wait!
Said Ashley.
I'm only free to advise. I'm physically fatigued from a long day of work. Only my mind has extra processing power. I can only help you if it's by advising.
Well, advising has physical responsibilities associated with it, right?
Said Maddie.
Like, sometimes an advisor will go to places to get important information.
I guess so.
Said Ashley.
I can do anything that relates to giving you information.
In that case, advisor Ashley, I need you to give me a report on which of these plates look best when it's sparkling clean.
But they're all dirty right now.
Exactly. Time for you to do some investigative research. See ya.
And that's the end. That's a nice little story. Though, minor point, they're all still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some reason, even when I've turned off my mic, I can see activity on my Discord.
Sometimes it just does that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, sometimes the Discord indicators freeze.
Wasn't there one there?
Yeah, there's one here. I'm just seeing where the other one is. So there's a pool table, and that's it. That looks a bit. So, all right. Delicate operation.
Maddie and
Oh,
Ashley
it's me again.
Ashley stepped behind the counter and winced as the floor creaked under her feet. Maddie was nowhere to be seen, but Maddie did possess a remarkably sharp sense of hearing. Luckily, the cafe was empty as Ashley tiptoed to the case where Maddie kept the baked goods. Ashley lifted the glass lid off the case and closed her eyes as the scent of yesterday's lamingtons wafted up and overwhelmed her. Ashley had spent most of her life convinced that she didn't like coconuts, but that all changed the day that Che introduced her to lamingtons. To be fair, Ashley still wasn't sure that she actually liked coconut. Coconut frosting could make anything taste good. But she couldn't deny that the cakes had the cake's irresistible allure. Ashley lifted a lamington from the case and gently set the lid back down. She raised the lamington to her lips and opened her mouth to take a bite.
Ashley?
In a moment of panic, Ashley shoved the pastry into her mouth and sealed her lips. Her mouth was quickly overwhelmed by the pastry's thick frosting covering, and she did her best to choke it down before turning her face to Maddie. Said Ashley, hoping that her cheeks didn't betray what was inside.
Ah, good, you're here.
Said Maddie. It was a bad sign anytime Maddie expressed pleasure at seeing Ashley. Normally, Maddie wavered between being annoyed by Ashley's presence and being indifferently tolerant of her. Anytime Maddie was happy to see Ashley, it meant work.
I need you to deliver something to Che for me.
Said Maddie, turning to the counter to pick up a small bottle of something. As Maddie turned her attention to the bottle, Ashley took advantage of her momentary distraction to gulp down the remainder of the pastry. No time to chew, but her teeth wouldn't have done much good with the thick frosting,
You're not busy, are you?
said Maddie. Ashley shook her head. No. The pastry was no longer inside her mouth to create a conspicuous bulge of cheeks, but opening her mouth would reveal thick chocolate frosting that was still probably present on her teeth, so she kept her lips sealed,
Good.
said Maddie.
He's upstairs. Get this to him ASAP.
She handed the bottle to Ashley, and Ashley found herself surprised by how light the bottle was. Looking down, she could see that the bottle had thin walls. Within those walls contained some clear liquid, and its seal was held in place with a metal clamp, hermetically sealed. Ashley turned towards the stairs, holding the neck of the bottle in one hand, and let out a sigh. This is you, Orca.
One last thing.
Ashley swallowed her sigh with a gulp and closed her mouth before facing Maddie, lips tightly shut.
Be careful not to drop it.
Said Maddie.
Thousands could die if you spill any of it.
In any other situation, Ashley would have asked Maddie a probing question to figure out what was in the bottle, or get some idea of the significance of the task that had been assigned to her. Significant enough that thousands of lives held in the balance, but apparently not important enough for Maddie to do it herself. But Ashley's lips remained sealed, and she merely nodded and turned around. Lamingtons were not meant to be consumed in a single bite, especially by mouths as small as Ashley's. And the thickness of the frosting that lingered in her mouth and throat made her desperate to ask for some kind of drink, but she dared not ask for one. Ashley looked down at the bottle, unsure of the best way to carry it. The bottle was slightly too large for her to hold in just one hand, and grasping it in front of her with two hands felt awkward. The bottle wasn't heavy, but Ashley's confidence in her ability to carry the bottle without dropping it was less than perfect. Should she cradle it under her arm protectively? No, that seemed like putting her at greater risk of fumbling the bottle. The crook of her elbow wasn't as dexterous as her fingers. She settled for carrying the bottle with one hand placed under the bottom to hold the weight, and the other wrapped around the neck to steady it. Ashley walked slowly with the bottle as she ascended the stairs. Maddie hadn't told her that the liquid was volatile, and the bottle was hermetically sealed, so there was zero chance of anything spilling out of it. But that didn't change the sense of trepidation Ashley felt. Armed with the knowledge that there were potentially thousands of lives at stake, she cringed every time she saw the liquid sloshing inside the bottle, leaping up and lapping at the edges of the seal. Ashley realized her arms were shaking and pressed the bottle against her chest, hoping to steady it. As Ashley's hands shook nervously with the bottle held against her chest, she wondered if the large amount of sugar she had just forced down her throat had something to do with the shaking. It was more likely that her shaking was the result of being told that thousands of lives could be lost if she dropped the bottle. Still, the lingering taste of the pastry in her mouth didn't help. Ashley silently lamented the fact that she had been forced to consume the lamingtons so abruptly. Lamingtons were a treat to be savoured, not shoved into one's mouth in a moment of panic. She hadn't even had the chance to properly enjoy it. It was hard to simultaneously feel the pleasure of a tasty treat and the panic of being caught. Whatever the outcome of this errand, she had wasted a wonderful pastry. Several agonizing minutes later, Ashley arrived at the top of the stairs and spotted Che standing at the handrail. As she walked up, Che turned to face her, and she presented him with the bottle. Ashley cleared her throat of any lingering stickiness before speaking.
Maddie said you needed this.
Oh, good.
Said Che.
I was running low.
Ashley gasped with relief as Che took the bottle from her and started taking deep, laboured breaths, suddenly becoming aware of how high her heart rate was. Che popped open the seal of the bottle, then splashed some of it onto a rag. Several drops dripped onto the floor, and Ashley let out a terrified squeak.
Something wrong?
Said Che.
Maddie said that thousands of lives could be destroyed by what's in that bottle.
Well, that's the idea.
Said Che, as he folded the rag and ran it along the railing that overlooked the cafe's ground level.
This is supposed to kill 99.9% of all bacteria. That still leaves hundreds of bacteria alive. But I try not to think too hard about that part.
Ashley's jaw dropped.
It's disinfectant.
Yeah.
Said Che.
Why? Did Maddie not tell you?
Ashley's shoulders slumped in a mix of relief and exasperation.
He only told me that it could kill thousands.
And you didn't ask what she meant by that?
No,
Said Ashley.
I was preoccupied.
Huh.
Said Che. He turned his attention back to the railing, inspected it for a moment before continuing to wipe it. Ashley turned to head backstairs.
By the way, Ashley,
Ashley turned to face Che. He reached out and placed a finger on her shirt, wiping off a bit of frosting. He raised it to his finger and smelled it.
chocolate?
He said.
Yes.
Said Ashley.
Johnny. One of Maddie's Lamingtons.
Yes.
Said Ashley.
Mm.
Che nodded and licked the frosting off his finger.
Go downstairs and bring one up for me too, will you?
That's it.
Mm.
When was the last time any of you lot had Lamingtons?
Oh, so long, and I really want one now.
Yeah, and that's all. I haven't had a Lamington in probably years. Oh,
I need to
A
make
couple
some.
days ago.
it's I especially love the
Okay, okay, no
oh
need to-
shoot! Orca's rubbing it in on us. Did you have this a plain Lamington? Did you have a jam-filled Lamington?
I had a plain Lamington, but I beat some fresh cream, so.
Okay. Good to know you haven't dropped the habit of beating people.
Listen, I have to even beat inanimate
Okay.
food objects.
Don't tell them that I am the cream.
I am not beating you.
All right, Orca's going to jail.
I'm not, I swear.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, okay. Our secret is safe with each
Who the
other.
fuck is Brad?
Who is Brad?
Probably a departed.
Brad took a sip from his beer. It was non-alcoholic, but there was something about the dry aftertaste that kept him frosty.
Not
He-
sponsored by dry beer.
He leaned over the table and lined up his next shot. He eyed the problematic 9 ball in the upper right corner. He had a low percentage shot on it, if he elected to bank it in. But he had 2 other stripes in the lower left to set it up. If he had an audience, he'd go for the bank shot for sure. He'd like the chance to shine. But today, there was no one to impress. No audience for the flashy low percentage shots. He took the shot on the 11 and 12, and 3 shots later sunk the 9. An easy shot on the 8 sealed the deal. Brad scanned the table. 4 solid balls remained. Dismal performance on his part. Or a stellar performance on the part of the Stripes player. Stripes player. That was the problem with playing against yourself. You always won, but you always lost too.
What a loser.
Brad chugged the remainder of his beer and added it to his collection of empties, which now stood 5 bottles strong. He took a moment to survey the room. His table was the only one of the 4 that was in use. They didn't come as any surprise to him. That didn't come as any surprise to him. It was early in the evening, and he had grown accustomed to spending time alone in this room. He knew when he could come here to be alone, and when the other sharks showed up. Brad grabbed the triangle. It was lopped around the collection of beer bottles, to set the balls in order for another round. Someone came up the stairs, and Brad looked up briefly. Long enough to see a woman who he recognized as the dour-faced barkeeper who had served him the beers that kept him company for the past hour or 2. Several steps behind the woman, he saw an older-looking man. The man stopped in front of the table opposite Brad's and began chalking up his chew. cue. Brad directed his attention to the man. He usually offered people a game when he came up, but the man seemed prepared to keep it to himself, so Brad said nothing and tried to focus on his own table. He set up his break, and the older man coughed as he shot. He hit the cue ball just a fraction of a degree off. It bounced off the rack into one of the side pockets as the rest of the balls jostled around the table. I assume this is, Clay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay, sorry.
Leave him be. He can call it Clay.
Oh, it was Brad.
Yes.
That was bad.
Oh, I guess
He's
it's
doing bad.
Stink. Brad didn't swear well playing.
A gentleman.
His earlier expression with competitive billiards had been in an environment that forbade obscenities and issued foul penalties every time he let out an involuntary shit or fuck. He had to find cleaner substitutes. Break came the sound from the old man's table. 2, 3, 4. Brad put down his breaking cue and picked up the leather-tipped cue that was leaning against the table. 5, 6. Brad chalked his cue, trying to avoid the tilt from his bad break. 7, 8. He lined up a shot and realized that the man was already finished fishing his balls out of the pockets and collecting them in the triangle. Brad did a double take. Had the man sunk 8 balls after 8 strokes, including break? Brad continued playing his own table, but kept an eye on the older man this time. It happened again. Break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A perfect clean sweep. As the old man began clearing the table, Brad walked over. "Excuse me," he said, "but I couldn't help but notice you just hit 2 perfect games."
What's that? Hijack.
The man turned to Brad, squinting at him. Brad repeated himself, a bit louder this time. "I was complimenting you on 2 perfect games. Impressive stuff." The man heaved his shoulders.
Well, sometimes you get a bit of luck on your side.
"Still," said Brad, "you don't see novices hitting 2 consecutive perfect games." The man offered another ineffectual shrug.
Do you, want to play a game?
Oh well.
Oh.
"Do you, want to play a game?" Brad gestured to his own table, which was already set up. So there's the one downside of this, because it's very hard to tell who's going to say something.
Yeah.
Most of the people who come around here tend to be novices. I've been itching for a bit of competition. Brad paused, but the man said nothing. "Of course, if you prefer to play your own table, I don't mean to intrude,"
We can play.
said the man.
Though, if I can shoot perfect a 3rd time, you won't get to.
"I'd be impressed if you can pull that off," said Brad. The older man racked the balls and stepped away from the table to let Brad break. Brad leaned over the table and took several practice strokes before finally connecting with the cue ball. The break was weaker than he had expected, but he managed to sink 1 ball. He looked at the table, annoyed, and realized he hadn't even bothered to check if the rack was frozen before he broke. His next shot was a straight to the middle pocket. He briefly visualized the trajectory of the cue ball in his mind. It would easily knock the 6 ball in, and then bounce towards the front of the table. Brad wasn't confident of where exactly the ball would stop, but he was confident he'd be able to do something with it. He took the shot, and the 6 ball went in. Solids. After the cue ball settled, found himself with no good options. Brad smiled. Making something out of nothing was his specialty, and after a few moments of eyeing different angles, he settled on a shot towards one of the bottom pockets. A striped ball was in the way, so Brad hit the cue ball several degrees to the side, curving its trajectory around the enemy ball. It hit the solid 3 ball, and the shot was made. Brad looked at the man, hoping for some kind of reaction. The man's mouth remained a flat line, but his eyebrows arched. If anything, the man's lack of obvious expression struck him as a deliberate attempt not to show a response. That he had managed to get the slight rise out of the old man felt like a sweet victory. Brad made his next shot quickly, an easy straight-in shot on the tube ball, made without thinking about where the cue ball would land. That was a problem for future Brad. But several seconds later, present Brad found himself scolding past Brad for putting himself in such a foul position. He was corner hooked, with a cue ball trapped next to the corner pocket, where the only angle available to Brad existed in a 60-degree arc. He surveys his limited options and breathed a sigh of relief as a relatively straightforward bank shot presented itself. It was an awkward angle, but he knew he could coax the 3-ball into the opposite pocket. He took the shot, watching as 3 balls rolled compliantly into its designated pocket. Unfortunately, the cue ball went with it, ending Brad's turn and placing the ball in the man's possession. Ah, stink! Brad could have sworn the man winked at him as he fished the cue ball out and lined up the simple shot on the side pocket. The 9 went in, then the 11 and the 12. Brad found himself taking it for granted that each striped ball would enter its designated pocket, and instead focused on the cue ball. Somehow, the cue ball always wound up in a position that presented the oldster with the ideal chip shot. Ball after ball fell off the bed, until finally only the black 8-ball and Brad's solids remained. Fortunately for Brad, the 8-ball and the cue ball were on opposite sides of the table, with several of Brad's in between. The man eventually gave up and settled for a defensive shot that put the cue ball behind the 8. Now the tables had turned. Brad was 1 cut off from his ball. He lived for shots like this.
Oh, to be a man cut off from his balls.
He took the shot. The cue ball hit the 8, and the 8 hit the 1, and the 1 hit the 7, bouncing it against the front of the table and into one of the side pockets. Brad couldn't help his smile. Neither could you lot, apparently. Things couldn't have been better, even if he had planned them. Instincts and muscle memory did what his calculated mind couldn't. Now that the ball was conveniently free of the striped balls, now the table was conveniently free of the striped balls, Brad had no trouble sinking the remaining consecutive shots he needed to close out the game. As Brad lined up the final shot on the 8-ball, he studied the older guy. If the man was reacting, he couldn't tell. Brad closed his eyes as he completed the final stroke, as he always did. He wasn't really religious. He stopped going to church with his mum when he was 12. But it always felt right to leave the result of the game to God.
Damn.
Said the older man as the 8-ball fell into its pocket. Brad flinched. He'd be hoping for some praise from the man for winning the game. Perhaps the damn was about all the man was prepared to offer. Excuse me, said Brad, but I don't think we bothered to exchange names. I'm Brad. What?
What? We've been lied to!
Thomas.
The older man extended a hand.
Wait, Thomas. Wait, no, wait, I don't fucking know.
I've got to say, said Brad, you're quite a player. I take it you're not from around here,
No,
said the man.
I grew up in Brisbane, retired in Sydney. I'm just, passing through.
Brad nodded. I figured. I actually grew up in this neighborhood. Played on tables just like these when I was a kid, so I know most of the folk on the local competitive circuit. I guess someone like you would have to play competitively, huh? You don't pick up skills like that in a tiny pond,
Would be surprised.
said Thomas.
A man can accomplish quite a bit when given enough idle time.
But you have to have played competitively, said Brad.
I used to, yes. I actually
Said Thomas.
I actually formally retired many years ago, but kept a table at home for practice to keep my mind sharp.
Where do you compete?
Oh, I taught in England.
Wait, said Brad. You were a pro?
A pro makes a salary.
Said Thomas.
I won enough games to cover my travel expenses and to make up for the time I spent not working a real job.
Brad couldn't hide his excitement. Wait, you said England. Did you ever play in the World Billiards Championships?
Yup.
Said the old man.
I played the WBC for a few years, but eventually I decided the title was a summit I'd never reach. So I quit.
Wait, said Brad again. You said your name was Thomas. Are you Thomas Walsh?
Indeed I am.
Said Thomas. You're a legend.
I think you might be overstating it. Is he dead? Is Thomas dead?
Said
Yeah.
Thomas.
Even when I was at my prime, I wasn't the best. Results speak for themselves.
Nah, fuck that, said Brad. You were the finalist for 6 years running. Nobody's ever been that consistent. Even the best pros who manage to run hot burn out after more than 2 or 3 years. Thomas sipped his beer. I've spent hundreds of hours watching your videos, said Brad.
I didn't realize there were videos of me.
Said Thomas. I have tapes from the finals from 1967 and 1968, said Brad. The accent has slowly changed. They didn't record them before that, but your last 2 years got recorded for posterity. They're kind of rarities at this point, but I had a coach who had a vault of old footage.
Coach?
Thomas arched an eyebrow. Yeah, said Brad. You didn't have a coach? Thomas shook his head.
We mostly just taught ourselves and each other. Sometimes you gotta practice with people better than you, but that was it.
Well, I mostly taught myself, said Brad. But after I started winning some regionals, I joined a team so I could get sponsored and have a group to train with.
Interesting.
Brad waited for Thomas to question further, but no questions came, so he decided to continue without an invitation. I won the WBC in 2012,
No luck since then, I take it.
said Thomas. Brad stammered out, Well, yeah. He laughed awkwardly. I never been a consistent player. Not like you, anyway. He offered a sheepish grin. My mom had an album full of article clippings talking about me like I was some kind of prodigy, the next big thing. Now it feels like I'm forever be a footnote in history. Brad waited for words of affirmation to come from his hero. Thomas just took another drink from his glass, finished it off before setting it down next to Brad's empty bottles. Ah, said Brad, feeling foolish. Can I get you a drink in exchange for another game? It would be a real pleasure,
Oh,
said Thomas.
get me a Guinness.
We are
Actually, make it
sponsored
two.
by Guinness.
World record.
Brad sprinted down the stairs and returned several minutes later with a tray bearing 2 pints of Guinness. Thomas began setting up the table for the next game. Brad hovered over him. You know, said Brad, this place is pretty magical. Getting to play a game of pool like this? He wasn't quite sure how to say it, but figured Thomas knew what he was getting at. I mean, it is the sort of place where anything can happen. You know what I'm saying,
Not anything.
said Thomas.
There are limits.
Well, yeah, said Brad. But still, 2 former champions, one coming back from, from beyond the grave, so to speak. That's not the kind of encounter you'd expect to have anywhere else. Thomas looked at him.
Magical indeed. When I walked up here, I didn't realize that you were, well,
He rubbed his chin.
let's just say I don't meet a lot of pool pros at bars.
He took a sip of his beer.
You want a break?
Sure! Brad broke, and with hands guided by instinct, managed to sink 5 balls consecutively. Like magic, his shots always connected. Some people might buckle under the pressure, but Brad's performance always seemed to rise to the occasion. Just when 2 striped balls left, Brad knew he was on a streak, but as he lined up his next shot, he took a moment to consider the position of the 8 ball. It was nestled in an awkward position behind Thomas's ball, but if he could just clear a path to it while sinking the last stripe... Brad looked at the sea of balls and knew there was no way for him to mentally calculate every vector. Oh my god. Children, you're all children.
Yes.
Compared to you, old gun.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry. Good old Uncle Sean is here just like, the young whippersnappers, everything I say, they always make it related to sex. God damn it.
Hey, balls aren't related to sex.
Oh,
Imagine
Hey,
that there was
Arsenio.
sea of balls.
Arsenio
Arsenio.
is in the Twitch chat.
He asked for a link stream.
Yeah, no.
Stream link, I should say.
I admit I'm not very good at watching chat, so I have no idea when you've just turned up, but yeah.
It's only recently.
Oh, brilliant.
You've got 4 people in chat now.
My goodness.
I
We've
joined.
never had this many people.
I think Jack was in here earlier.
Oh, we have Slaster as well.
Uh,
Why are there so many people?
oh, wait, who's Wisteria?
Wisteria's tree.
No idea. No idea. No idea. No, that's not me. I've never.
I used to know someone by that name. Like, not Weeping Whisper, but just Wisteria.
He's pogging. Brilliant. Oh well, back to the description. Brad looked at the sea of balls and knew there was no way for him to... I just had to restart it there, didn't I? Was no way for him to mentally calculate every vector. But instinct had gotten him this far, and he wasn't about to stop listening to it now. Brad took the shot, and the cue ball knocked the last stripe ball into the corner pocket. Then the cue ball bounced off the table, back towards Tom's cluster of balls. Brad grinned in elation as the cue ball hit a solid, which hit another, and another, in a chain reaction that sent the 8 ball heading right towards the corner, just like he wanted. It was heading right towards the corner, where there were no balls to intercept it. It was heading right towards the corner, into the pocket. He stopped grinning. Brad knew the growing dread that the friction of the cloth... Brad knew with a growing dread that the friction of the cloth wouldn't be enough to stop the ball in time. He watched impending disaster happen in slow motion, powerless to stop it. The game had been going so well. And I lost my place. There we go. He had been about to hit a perfect game in front of his childhood hero, and now he was going to lose it all in the most inglorious way imaginable, an accidental, illegal combination shot. Brad closed his eyes. Not even God could help him now. He didn't need to see it. The sound of the ball plunking into the pocket was enough. He'd lost the game. And that appears to be the end of that short story.
I liked how that one had new characters.
Yeah.
Separate from...
I love how we went through the entire game thinking it was Charlie.
With the entire thing, it's like,
Yeah, it's
what's
like
your name?
Thomas,
My name is Thomas. What? We've been betrayed!
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
all the
the
short
bad-
stories done.
Really?
Yeah, seems like it.
Next chapter.
Yeah, next chapter, I'm just going to figure out how to get downstairs. Yeah, it's no longer sealed off. Brilliant. Unless there's... Oh, well, Ashley's down
there's
here.
a-
Battle
Oh, she
bots?
tries a different mode.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
mode.
doodle mode. What is this? Do you want to enter doodle mode? Yes. For goodness sake, Orca. For goodness sake.
Listen, we just came from a sea of balls. I think we should enter doodle mode.
Yeah, they were playing 8-ball. Oh, no, actually, no. Were they technically playing 8-ball? I can't remember the proper name of the variants. In doodle mode, you can draw a face for each
They call
ashling.
Ashlings?
Whenever an ashling appears throughout the game, you better see your artistic masterpiece.
Sean, I need to connect onto your.
Hang on, let me boot up Parsec.
Yeah, I'm getting a parsec up too.
Alright, who wants to draw on one?
I do.
You can draw on mine. I'll let you draw on mine.
I don't
Actually-
particularly want to draw on one.
What was that?
I don't particularly want to draw on one. I'll let the
Well,
people
can
more
someone...
artistically inclined.
Can I
someone
draw
draw a
lot
cat
on
face
that
on mine?
place? A cat face? Wait, which
Yeah.
one? Copper?
I'm big box.
Big box.
The goon bag.
Orca, did you wanna
All right,
do
there are the links.
thank you. Did you wanna do the bottle and the goon box and I'll do the milk bottle?
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn on Necrobarista as an approved app for Parsec.
We also need mouse access.
Yeah, I'll need to give you mouse access, but I can't give you that till you know join the call, join the
I
thing.
don't know what you're talking about.
I literally can't click on it because you don't exist. There we go. There's Tree.
I exist now.
You have mouse access. I don't think you'll need keyboard.
No.
Now this is gonna look weird because I'm checking. This is gonna make me like streaming it 3 times in a row. Oh dear.
Hopefully you don't
I'm
die.
waiting to connect.
There we go. We got Orca as well.
I need to connect with you, Sean.
You're connected. You're connected. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, now we need to connect with each other.
All right. All right.
Wait, I mean there's gonna be more.
Sorry.
Wait, I need to connect to you again.
Really?
I'm
yeah, I
hearing
need to
double
move
noise, so
my-
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we lost you.
Yeah. Does that mean we're gonna meet more of these little robots?
I don't think so. I think it means
Yeah.
that. I mean, they'll turn up again, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
it looks
turn
like
up
they
at the
turn
end
up
of
at
each
the end of
chapter.
end of every chapter.
There's only 3 of them.
Yeah. Which one did you want to draw on, Tree?
Milk bottle.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, you should have access. All right, see if you can move the mouse tree.
I can,
Oh,
I can't click, I don't think.
you. Alt tab.
I can move mine.
Can you click? Because you should be able to click.
Oh, I've got it. Oh, I have to use my mouse.
You gotta use your mouse, unfortunately. I can't use your drawing pad if you have one. It's not the same thing, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, I'm scared now.
So, what sort of face does Lovelace have? Assuming you're drawing a face.
Yeah, I'm drawing a face.
And not just a sea of balls.
Oh dear. Oh, double dear.
Has he just had a concussion?
I mean, he's the new one. He's the most recent bot, so he's a bit confused and doesn't know exactly what's going on. Thank you for the follow, Arsenio. It was 7 minutes ago, but thank you for the follow. Yeah, this is wonderful art, Arsenio. This is brilliant.
Thank you, thank you. I am a professional artist.
You happy with your job so far, Trey, or do you have more to add?
No, I'm done. Oh no.
If you click yes, it would have saved. But we can save manually. Because it's saved and exit, so you're fine.
No, it's yeah, but it exits too. Oh.
It's lying to
my
you,
God,
Trey.
my God.
It's... which one was that, Orca, sorry?
Were one of you gonna draw as well?
I'm not gonna draw.
I'm not drawing. You can
Oh.
one of you can draw. On
I guess
mine.
I'll draw on the one you don't choose. I'll think of something. I was gonna say I was gonna say I don't feel artistic enough. No, look what Trey actually drew. I'm like, never mind, it's fine.
I'll go for the big
Yeah.
ball.
You're playing nice, Trey. You're not showing the rest of us up. Thank you.
Wait, no. Let's go with something. He seems.
Oh, let's go
tired.
shop.
You've got a mustache. Wonderful.
Oh man.
This
Oh,
is
he looks like a wine connoisseur.
He does.
Yeah,
He
It's
does.
a good box.
The
Yeah.
good box. Gotta have some sort of elegance with a goon box.
Yeah, where's his? He's got to have a monocle.
I think a monocle would be pushing it.
Alright, alright.
We're Australian after all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not British.
I think he's perfect.
Don't. Oh, I thought you were gonna clear the drawing for a moment there.
This
They don't have an eraser
this does
tool.
look like a Arsenio, doesn't it? Such a...
It might be clear the drawing, might be the eraser. Nope, that wasn't.
No.
All right, once we set the drawing, then hit
Oh,
control.
no.
Wait. What if I hit Control Z? Nope, doesn't do anything. Sorry, there. I ruined your perfect thing.
It's fine. We
It'll
can...
be just as perfect next time. Oh no.
Never
Try
mind.
to
We're
laugh.
just gonna make it. He's.
Hey, you got a sticky problem?
He's eating someone's hand.
I think it's a stiggy.
It was meant to be a piece of wheat.
It looks
Oh.
like it's a hand being like, no, he's eating me. Someone save me.
Fine, we'll do no hands.
Oh.
Oh, I sort of like the hand.
We're just gonna have a depressed box.
Perfect to me.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
He looks nice.
Beautiful lashes.
Should you have eye bags?
Yes.
I voiced this box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
That
be
confirms it
depressed.
then, Sam.
I am tree?
Did you just call me depressed?
No, because Orca was like this tree of bags.
No, not to tree her back. Or should we give
Generator.
Give them bags.
Okay, I see.
What else should we add?
You know, we joke about me being the old one, but maybe you need to get your ears checked, Sam. Yeah, you're getting on in years. Can't hear things properly anymore.
What else? Should we add anything else?
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, we can change him later.
Yeah, we can always update them. All right. Well, I guess I'll take over. For the last one, the bottle, Jacoby. Oh, it's not quite as much room as I was hoping there'd be.
Dude, this is like the smallest one, maybe. Actually, no.
You
that,
can do
that
the
all-
box, Sean, if you want.
Fine.
No. I want to do this one for a reason.
What is that, Arsenio?
This man is all nose. All nose. All right.
Minecraft
So
villager.
angry. Wait, I've got an idea. Can I try to do that
Which one?
on my box?
On your box?
Yeah, I've got an idea. I think I have enough space. If I do, you're gonna hate me.
Thank you for following, by the way, Slester. Oh, I hate these bots!
Don't become famous.
One moment, I need the mouse. Goodbye, bot!
Be gone, thoughtbot. May I move again?
Not quite. There we go. The bot is banned. There we go. See, unlike the bots, you guys are welcome. You guys are great. But these bots are annoying.
Oh, this is like Squidward, like the sexy Squidward.
Oh no.
I'm having way too much fun here.
Yes, fancy Squidward. Fancy Squidward.
This is a lot harder to do with just the mouse.
Yeah, disadvantages of having just a mouse. But you're doing a pretty good job.
So you look by hand. By memory, I mean.
You catch that, Orca? You're drawing this from memory, or you got a reference up in front of you?
I've got my phone in front of me,
Fair enough.
so I'm just narrowly. There you go.
Yeah, it's a nice chin. A little bit squished, but a nice chin. Slasher says they look like stubby legs.
Among Us legs.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. Alright, well let's quit out of this mode now, and we can Alt-Tab and close down Parsec, because we're not going to leave that open. My computer is streaming enough things at the moment.
I think Slasher misses the drawings.
I'm afraid there's only 3 drawings there, Slasher. The actual game is
I can probably
still
do
up.
one more episode.
Alright, then we'll probably call it there anyway, because it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you've been streaming for 3 hours.
But really? Has it actually been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
We can call it here if people are tired.
Yeah, if people are tired, we can call it here.
How are you
Yeah.
going, Tree?
Probably asleep.
Trey, you there?
Oh wait, I think she said she had to go for dinner.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, well, if that's the case, then we might as well call it here, because it'll probably be a bit late by the time Tree gets back.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh. There's one more thing.
Ah! We missed one.
There's one down here. Or should we do this last one as a last thing?
Wait, maybe it says if we can see it says a name, then maybe.
Let's see if it's a... Doesn't look like it's... Doesn't say anything about Ashley. It seems like
It
it's...
looks like it has Maddie.
Spirit-resistant quartz crucibles with self-sealed lids. Product description. Heat-resistant up to 1,600 degrees Celsius. Self-sealing lids form airtight seals around the crucible's ground rim. Highly resistant to corruption and spiritual interference. Clear inner and outer covering allow for easy spotting of cracks or imperfections. Quality suitable for mixing potions and filters. Average rating 3.5 stars out of 5. Product reviews 5 out of 5. I love this. The covering, despite being quartz, has a textured appearance that gives it a silky smooth feel to it. Most crucibles feel sterile and cold, but this one makes up for a perfect beverage container for entertaining guests. 4 out of 5. The previous crucible set I used were inherited from my grandmother, who brought them over from New England. Unfortunately, 2 months at the sea were not kind to her spiritware, and her crucible were filled with tiny cracks and microfractures that allowed unsightly-looking soot to build up. Leaving them stained with hard grey lines everywhere, looking like they're about to crack apart at any moment. She used them for several decades to come. But every time I worked with her and watched them heat up, I was afraid they were constantly on the verge of shattering. One she used to contain a lost wayward spirit for several days before finding a home for it, and I would get up at night to check the embers under the crucible. It always unsettled me how fragile the container was. Several times I found myself tempted to tip the crucible over, just to see myself how easily it would shatter under my soft touch. Needless to say, this new set is much nicer. They are sterile, and I keep several of them in my bedroom without feeling unsettled by their presence. 2 of the crucibles in my set arrived with small chips in them, but I contacted the manufacturer and they replaced them at no charge. The replacements were express shipped, and the process was quick and painless. So great customer service, and they offer replacements up to 1 year. For the price, they can't be beat. 4 out of 5. Owned mine for 2 weeks and it didn't crack. Decent for price. 5 out of 5. Received mine in the mail this morning. Can't wait to try it out. So glad to have finally found someone selling. Crucibles at a reasonable price. A brand new one costs over 200, which is just outrageous. 1 out of 5. Bought these several weeks ago since it was the cheapest crucible on site advertised as spirit resistance. I'm working on a filter now for my graduate thesis and purchased 100 of these for lab use. My plan was to monitor 100 different animal spirits over the different types of over with different types of plant matter and compare how different biomaterials affected the vigor of over a 90-day period. The first day, I set the first 5, with samples of mugroot, feverfew, ginger, ginseng, and golden seal. I placed them in a crucible over low heat, 80 degrees Celsius, and left them overnight. Over the next 2 days, did the same with all the other remaining crucibles. Finished on Friday, leaving the lab alone for the weekend. When I arrived on Monday, I knew something was wrong when I noticed a rain cloud hovering over the door. It's not uncommon for rain clouds to appear at any time of year, at any time of day, in any part of the country, but it's quite another to find a rain cloud localized entirely within the hallway of your research laboratory.
Oh, Borealis.
Yes. I braced for the worst, but I guess I should have braced harder. Nothing could have prepared me for the smell when I opened the door. I immediately felt my eyes watering, and actually found myself choking. It smelled so bad. I slammed the door shut and went to the basement to grab the emergency respirators we keep down there. Unfortunately, the respirators did little to mask the terrible stench inside the lab. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, your toilet, Aslastro. Your toilet is... Whew. I opened the first crucible and saw that it was filled with tar-like substance. And as I studied its inky black writhing form, I felt the air sucked out of me, almost like it was trying to drag me into the abyss with it. I threw it onto the floor, and the container shattered, splattering the floor with tar-like substances, which began slowly crawling across the room. I grabbed the fire extinguisher from the wall and sprayed the tar until it was completely covered, and heard what sounded like a spluttering noise followed by a long gasp and the scream that faded into oblivion. After poking at the fire extinguisher spray, whatever was underneath it was clearly quenched. I took the remaining crucibles and placed them in an oven and baked them at a temperature of 1,600 degrees for several hours as I sat alone in the lab contemplating the cruelty of existence and wondering what my academic advisor would say about my thesis project. After several hours of waiting, I opened the oven and checked the contents of the crucibles, revealing nothing but ash. Whatever it was that had been drawn by the spiritual emissions of my lab work, it was gone from my world. But the memory of that day will haunt me for all the remaining days of my life. It is a long review. They were not happy. 1 out of 5. Do not buy this crucible for spirit-related applications. My wife is one of the product designers who worked on this item. The crucible is listed coming from a manufacturer called Mars Security LLC. Back in 2013, they were some of the best hardware you could get for your money and earned a reputation among hobbyists as a great value for anyone working on a budget. In 2016, they did a survey and found that fewer than 3% of buyers were actually using crucibles for spirit-related applications, and decided they would cut costs by removing the spirit-resistant properties. However, they found that products advertised with updated and copy to reflect didn't sell as well. So they continued using the old product description, which advertised it as spirit resistance. With the new product line, which is not spirit resistant. I don't know how they're getting away with this. Apparently the definition of what is actually spirit resistance are legally murky, and the number of people affected is small enough that they can continue to sell well. Stay far, far away from this one, and warn anyone you know who might buy an item like this that does not work as advertised. 5 out of 5. Nice color. That's it. That's all they said. Brilliant. Brilliant.
All of these like these 2 long ones at like 1 out of 5. It's like, yeah, good color.
Yeah, nice color.
Good swish.
So my question is, spirit crucibles are used as the coffee mugs?
Because they said that like anything with spinning blades gets possessed, right?
Yeah, but
So
I don't.
maybe they need it in the
But
I don't know.
the crucibles are like cups, so I assume that's what they're using
Yeah.
for mixing the coffee.
yeah.
So essentially,
But
yeah,
but do they put those crucibles underneath like blenders and shit?
they
I don't
might,
know.
but you know that's still the yeah, that's a fair point. That's a cool thing, but yeah. Oh, but
Like
also
that-
like
that
they
like
did
makes
offer some
me
really
feel
weird
happy.
drinks. Remember, like they offered a soul fire at one point was mentioned.
Oh, Pure ethanol.
Pure ethanol.
Like holy
And
shit.
sometimes you just gotta down it.
That's
Yeah.
not good
One of the
advice.
characters was asked for something stronger, and one of the other characters said, "If you want something stronger, I have something special for it." And it's like, yeah. And it turned out it was liquid soulfire.
Mm,
We didn't get to see it. It was just mentioned in passing, but yeah.
yeah.
But we're only like 2 out of like 10 episodes in. Of 2
Yeah.
out. Alright, well we were gonna call it here.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were?
Oh. It's almost 10 o'clock where I am.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
We thought you left for dinner. We didn't realize you just gotten back. So we were going to call it, then we found one more thing to do.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right, but no, we should definitely do this another time. This is good fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we got through 2 chapters, so we're definitely taking it at a leisurely pace.
Oh, hang on. Is that a picture of the Crucible products? Oh,
No,
it's the design work for the main character. And
Neat.
yeah, that's Ashley.
Ashley's probably my favorite character. Besides, the one I'm doing, Che.
I
Is
like
it
the
my
robot.
voice acting?
I think it's just her
Then it's my
attitude.
voice acting.
She's
It's
like a
my
little
voice
gremlin.
acting.
She's
It's
like
my
a little.
voice acting.
she's
It's
like
my
a little-
voice. It's
she's
my
like a
vo-
little
it's my voice.
gremlin.
It's my voice acting.
You know, I really like Tree's voice acting.
My goodness, Orca, I never knew you felt that way. Never could.
And the other leg plays Jingle Bells. Alright.
Wonderful Celestra.
Thank you, Celestra.
What's
Yeah.
that Celestra?
He said a wonderful stream. I was only here for like 2% of it. But still good stream. Hot, 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 hot. Yeah. This is all done well.
Definitely following. I mean, no, I'm not writing that. That's someone random on the internet who just put that comment up. Wow.
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah, Weeping Wisteria, thank you. Don't know who you are at all.
Wait, no, I can't.
Well, I think Weeping Wisteria is confused. I don't seem to know who they are. Oh, thank you, Orca the Frog. No relation to the Orca we're currently streaming is. No relation at all.
This is. Oh.
I've just realized, that's been your username for ages, and you chose to do a frog thing for your image.
Yeah.
Nice sticking to
I don't-
nice sticking to steam. A theme. Sticking to steam. What?
Ooh, thank you, Weeping Hysteria.
That was fun.
Yeah. Well,
You know what? We should even put our names at the bottom of our images so people know.
oh, actually, if I move you up, so I'll show you what's thing. So if you, I've got to alt tab out of this. All right. So if I move Tree up, you actually can see Tree's names at the bottom.
Ooh.
You know,
Oh, very tiny.
sitting on her breast there. Orca's is below her. Sam saying mine is like all the way down there because my image is huge, but it's also like really tiny, completely illegible. I'll have to just look. If one day I'll go through the CS and see if I can find the one for the name, because it probably has a special name. I'll have to look through the Discord widget. Like, I tried to find their technical page, but I couldn't find it. I just found like a tutorial page that was really basic.
Wait, what's your name on this one? Was it just Sean the Human?
It should just be. It's probably the narrator actually. If I haven't said this. No, it should be Sean the Human. It's just really small because my pitch is a lot bigger.
Because all of our Discord nicknames are that.
Yeah,
It might
it's
be
using your
coincidence.
Discord. It's using your Discord nicknames.
Oh, okay.
Because essentially what the Discord Streamlabs does is I've told it this chat, and I've given it permission to look at this server. And essentially it's looking at the streaming thing, and it's going, all right, anyone pops on here, if it's in the list of user IDs I've given it, it can look at them, it knows their name, and it knows when you're speaking. So then I've told it, when you're speaking, use this avatar, or adjust, or when you're not speaking, use this avatar, and I've also controlled the brightness. So mine, both avatars are the same. It's just whenever I speak, when I'm not speaking, I adjust the brightness down to 50%. We adjusted Orca's brightness down to 10% because she's a terrifying monster thing, so it makes sense she's like even more hidden than everyone else. And Tree made me an animated GIF. So we're using that for her talking avatar, and then her normal one is normal colored because you can tell she's talking because her mouth moves up and down. Yeah, no, it's fascinating mucking around with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not super advanced or anything, but it's just nice to look around and mess around with it.
Okay then. Well, I need to go eat dinner.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you those who watched the stream. Thank you for joining us.
You saw a bit parts of it.
Yeah, you saw parts of it. We'll be doing this again sometime. Keep an eye. You're now following me, so keep an eye on the stretch, I guess. What is this madness? All right. See you, everyone.
Everyone.
Bye.